All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the semi-final match between Soft Noodles and Tempr Esports. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a let's go. Oh, I should probably remind them of the rules. Yeah. Anyway, my name's Lightbite, and I will be your observer and caster tonight, joined by FunZone, my co-caster. So FunZone, go ahead and entertain the crowd while I remind them of the rules.
Awesome. So exactly what like Light was saying, this is the semifinals for the 6 Feet Under League Season 1. So that's very exciting. This is the lower bracket, so whoever loses they're out of the tournament. And the winners will go on to fight against Horizon Esports next week, which is going to be a very good time. So don't miss that next week for that. And it's going to be a best of 5, so it's going to be a good matchup. 2 best teams in the league going at it on 5 different maps.
Yeah, that's right. Our first map of this one will be Clubhouse, and Tempr Esports will be our hackers for this. Still waiting for Soft Noodles to give the okay to go. Okay, they're not ready. But yeah, so FunZone. Like, what do you think the Power Cheaters getting mouse updates? Okay. Soft Noodles just poking fun at us. That's funny. Yeah, so anyway, FunZone. You were part of the SFU team that backed out because you guys didn't want to win your own league. So, understandable in that regard. But given the lineup on this one, what do you expect to happen for this first map?
This first map on Clubhouse, I think it's gonna be very back and forth between rounds. I wouldn't be surprised with a 3-3 split to start and then go into overtime with these 2 teams in the lineups that they currently have going in. They both are able to put up great fights, win great gunfights, and have overall good movement as a team. Something that I like to note about these 2 lineups, though, is that Tempr, they work together more as a team. As you see, 4 out of the 5 have Tempr in their names because this is their full-time team. This is who they're playing with, so they're a little bit more accustomed to each other, and they're going to be able to work around each other better. Whereas on Soft Noodles, this is kind of a secondary or third team that some of these players are on, and so they have more experience in that sense, but they're not practicing as this exact lineup day in day out like Tempr would be. So it's a very interesting concept where you have a team practicing together versus a team that just has blatant experience coming in at it. So it's interesting to see.
All right. Well, just give us both a little bit of backstory. Tempr was the first of the winners bracket, I believe, to go to the losers bracket, being seed 5, I think, something like that.
Something along those lines, if I remember right.
Yep, I gotta write down all the bands while we're doing this. Life of the observer caster, right?
Yeah, so coming with the a Maverick is a very, very, very common one for this. Surprised that Tempr decided to go with the Jackal ban. I mean, Tempr is attacking, so it makes sense that they want to try to get the first 6 rounds under their belt. Because if they're able to leave Thatcher on the board and win 6 rounds with Thatcher, then they only have to try to win 1 round after that. But it's kind of it's a smart move to ban Cade if you don't ban Thatcher. Well, sort of, because the Thatcher can get Cade in an instant, so it's actually not the biggest a deal. And obviously a Valkyrie, because nobody wants others to know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's right. Well, going into round 1, let's see, it was Soft Noodles defending. Yeah, that's about what I expected. CCTV's Cash is they're going to be their first site. I do believe that they're going to, that Swaz playing the Wamai is going to play the Raptors there in the garage. That seems to be their approach from what I've seen in previous VODs. But I wonder if Tempr being, Tempr, watch some of the film and just gonna counter that side of Soft Noodles for this one.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's one of the things you never know is if a team decided to do their researching. I think they prepared for it all.
We've got a magnet and an ADS right here next to the window. Yeah, as expected, they got a hole here at the side of CCTV. Setting up.
Yeah.
Standard reinforcements. Single reinforcement. That's the default. Okay, is this just me, or is it usually on the, like, this hole usually on this side?
No, that's standard.
That's standard, okay. I can't remember.
With that hole, you only can get shot if you're standing on 90 rafters. But if you're standing where like the Ramai is right now, you're usually pretty safe because that angle, they only can shoot you through that rotate. If you're standing on top 90, which usually isn't the best place to be sitting anyways, or if you're sitting at the very like the very top of the stairs there, they can shoot you through the window, which is just gonna happen no matter what. So
I see.
usually players will play in between what you call Raptor 1 and Raptor 2, R1, R2. Pretty standard Hibana placements here. Trying to deny those angles. Ooh. Wow. Christopher knew that was coming. What a play. Was able to deny that angle. He still has enough. Oh, he's just going to reset.
Yeah, but I'm thinking Jeff, or Jess the first.
He might know. He might know. He does. He gets the call to come check it. That recoil control is okay at that distance, but he really should have taken the one taps on Diego's gun. Very interesting. They have pineapple. Yeah, throwing a C4 at the Monty early in the round. A Monty pushing up those stairs is gonna be super dangerous. Because you have no way to counter him off, and then he can just be feeding live intel to your teammates like he's doing right now. Just exact pings. As you can see, Hibana is actually in, and I don't know if Ramai knows that. Oh no. Am I getting two quick picks? One tried going for the smoke, but he gets instantly refragged by Klimps, so now it's back to a 4-on-2 in favor of Soft Noodles. All that is left is Landis and Walsey, Pinka and Attackers. They do have Breach open, and they have Ingles in Garage. Pineapple did go back and fill in the Garage Raptor roll. Land some shot onto the Finka here, but she's just gonna heal up and run away. So they're not in the worst of places, but Klimps is trying to be a monkey here. He might be able to pull this off if he times this well. He's sitting in secret with a window punched and prepped for a jump out. Oh, it seems like he waited too long though for anything to happen of it.
Yeah,
both Tempr players are in stock right now, trying to figure out where the 4 Soft Noodle players are and what the potential might be. We might see some siege timing here though. This Klimps is a hair away.
Oh no!
Oh, he didn't reload from his prior engagement, but here comes the C4. It does not connect. Klimps doesn't know where the Finka is though, but he still wins the engagement.
That puts 1 point on the board for Soft Noodles, as Pineapple, who is there on the Raptors, does get landed, or Walsey. Yes, that's right. Sorry. Does get Walsey in the doorway to Garage at the same time that Klimps gets the final kill.
I think the big changing factor in that round, because Tempr was looking pretty well there when it was still 5-on-5, was whoever was playing behind the Monty overextended and got shot, and they didn't need to because Hibana was in Garage. Hibana had the perfect angle to counter the Ramai if he peeked up, but they just let him take on one-on-ones, and the Monty should not have an extended by smoke as soon as he saw his buddy go down. If he just sat there and contested the guy and kept the attention of the Ramai, then Hibana could have easily done her job. Potentially still would have been refragged by, I think it was Klimps, rushing in through Garage single door. So they now decided to go to basement, which is pretty common secondary site.
And no reinforcements just quite yet here in third, but obviously that's going to change right now. Swaz setting out some of the holes here in the hallway. Gonna get some
It's a
nice.
pretty standard, pretty basic range setup you're seeing here. It is interesting that 4 are on site and Glimpse is a vigil with impacts, so he's off doing his own thing somewhere. He's up in CC at the current moment. He just did kind of give himself away by shooting through a random wall, so let's see if Tempr picked up on that sound cue. Doesn't look like. I think they might have, but they're not pushing for it. It looks like they're gonna have someone post up on what we call chain there, because then from that angle you can see all the way through kitchen hallway. As I'm saying that, Landis runs away. Maybe he's just getting prepared. I don't know. But usually a great way to attack this is just have someone post up on that for the entire round. Ooh, kind of up with a prep C4. Let's see if he gets it.
I'd put it like right here on the floor, so I'm thinking he's expecting. Oh, it just misses. I think he just a little too
no
soon.
intel. Yeah. Fuse charge is going to be a big play here. Going to do take away pineapple. That is something you don't see very often. Is a fuse actually getting a kill. Normally he's great for gadget clearing, but oh, here's the glimpse.
Very smart. But now he knows that he's contested and gets another one and seals. That just leaves Landis, Walsey, and Dash.
That glimpse play is very, very common in the vigil up top. I usually will do it with a cav and in rank, not in comp, but that's such a common thing. You have to drone out. You have to have people staring at the ceiling when you're entering into the especially as soon as you put a thermite charge or a bono charge or anything on that hatch, you need someone to be making sure top floor is clear, because otherwise they'll just pop it off immediately and you're done for. Wow.
Justifer just ready for Landis there. And that's the diffuser down. Did not get the Banshee. Thermite coming through the kitchen hatch.
I have a feeling Glimpse, yep, exactly like I was saying. Glimpse is just going to retake off that thermite charge, and I believe that's the last thermite charge.
It appears so. That just leaves Walsey with and Glimpse is out, but Glimpse did his job. He burned way too much time for Tempr to really do anything.
2 operators and 2 thermite charges, so I don't know if Thermite used his no, Thermite did use his charge on the breach there on dirt. So Glimpse only did deny one breach. But I believe Fuse had hard breach devices that he was supposed to use, but didn't have the opportunity to do.
10 seconds left. Located by attack.
Now it's all coming out. Dash is the last one. It looks like he's just gonna save. He's sitting back because everybody else is looks like they're rushing him. And that's the round off of time.
We're out of time.
So 2-0 in the favor of Soft Noodles.
Yeah, indeed. Glimpse doing exactly what he needed to do as a roamer, and I think Tempr just did not quite get the call, I guess, to go hunt him down, because he shut down the kitchen push, the hatches wasn't open, they pushed through dirt, lost the diffuser, and the rotation was over as they tried to retake kitchen, and he denied it again. So Glimpse being an MVP on that one.
Mm-hmm. You can't let those type of things happen. If you're Tempr, you have to have intel of what's going on around you. You have to just keep an eye on where people might be coming from. And in that type of a take, they didn't have to clear like top floor per se. They just needed to have someone on that hatch right above right above kitchen. Yeah, right there. If someone is on that hatch, then they can't make a play, and then you don't have to use any bodies in the map to try to get glimpsed out. As long as you just have someone on the hatch. Most players won't try to shoot up at the hatch because they're going to be able to see your feet first. Whoever's on hatch will be able to see the person's feet first and be able to get the shot off. And 9 out of 10 times we'll win that engagement. So that's something that you have to keep an eye on and think about when you're attacking sites, is what is the vertical play on this exact area that we're taking. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but Tempr, the only places they entered was dirt and kitchen. That was the only two
Yeah.
places, so they didn't go for any other type of clear, which for that site is common, but you just have to make sure that if that's all you're doing, you have to make sure that top level is also clear. Looks like a pretty standard hold here in the bedroom by Soft Noodles. With his stature making very quick work over the mute jammers, that Thermite's able to just get both of these this reinforcement right by the all open. Very, very early, not even a minute into the round.
I suppose it's going to work really well in their favor. Wazzy going to swing out and try to get a drone angle onto Pineapple, I'm thinking, really. I mean, just for there on the mirror here in the bathroom. Meanwhile,
that mirror is very, very powerful.
Meanwhile, we see what appears to be a pretty strong take, or strong hold, excuse me, for Soft Noodles. Clem's is just holding here as well as yeah, Cash, but he's going to be supported by Boom. Castle, hold the window, door.
Oh.
Clem's able to get one. A ton of damage,
getting
though.
aggressive. I think I'm barely able to get herself back up in time for that refrag. All of the kills have been re-answered. That it's now a 3-on-3. Landis and Dash though are at lower health. It looks like all of Soft Noodles have pushed back into sight with exception of Jaeger, but he's on the main stairs, so he's actually, as I say that, he's going for a roam. He's going to go for a flank, I think, back into Cash to try to catch Walsey and Landis off placement. This mute in a place to take Landis out quick if he tries to swing though. Walsey though, if he does push up quick enough, he's gonna be able to pick off the mute without any contesting. Wow,
Dash really able to contest that. Squad's probably gonna find him. Yep.
Dash had him flick that. He was not aware.
Minus the last man up as the diffuser. And that's
Jaeger,
gonna be it. Yep, Swaz. Finish out the round, it's the mute. That's 3 on the board for Soft Noodles.
Yeah.
You know, you were saying there in the pregame that for the bans, you would want to leave Thatcher available, but interestingly, I haven't seen a whole lot of use out of him coming out of Tempr.
They've used him pretty well to get things open enough. They've had every breach that they need open a minute early, or like a minute into the round, or before even a minute. Except on that kitchen take, that last one. That's just because they didn't play the vertical properly.
Yeah.
So the picture has been useful in that sense, but after getting that wall open, he hasn't had any purpose. And the way that Tempr has been attacking things, they really could have been using the Thatcher as a... They really could have Walsey be a different operator here, and probably have more of an impact. They will have to work more to get these bandits or mutes off of the walls. But at this level of play, you're kind of used to playing without Thatcher. And since they're not really capitalizing on these breaches being open right at the start, it might be more useful to bring maybe another LMG, someone with nades, just another operator, Thatcher, being honest. Soft Noodles comes back to, it's been 3 rounds, so they're able to be back onto their first site up here near Garage, back in CCTV, and Cash. Pretty standard hold again. Looks like Abana is going for the same thing. Justifer might be coming back to do the same shots. Let's see if Abana is going to watch the angle this time. Oh, here comes the punch and the
Justifer. Oh, but Snipey finds him. But Clem's is going to...
has prepped.
Clem's
might be able to get that refrag, but...
Clem's very smart for the taps. Snipey, not finding him.
Disabling electronics.
He thinks it's coming from above. He didn't realize it was coming from billiards. I'm not thinking he's out of charges, so he can do so much with his
Bomb located by attacker.
plays here. He can still crouch and prone, or go prone and get into garage, but looks like Monty is in the bottom of garage, kind of feeling it out, seeing what's going on. Plum's making holes in a lounge. Read it.
It looks like he did. Oh, he got Swaz with a single kill. That was on the Snipey, who's the Havana right here in the garage.
Pineapple going to be able to get another kill as well. Making this a 4-on-3 in favor of Top Noodles.
Just taking some damage. C4 out. He's having quite a little bit of a duel with Dash, and Dash able to find the head.
He's going to get out of that unsubdued, so bring this back to a 3-on-3. Landis is low and taken out as I say that. Dash able to push up the main stairs though. This might be a great play. I would focus on Dash here for a second. Because he's in a place to make a great play if nobody catches him out. Oh. He's in a position to make a great play if he played that right, but unfortunately he did not have time to do that correctly.
So if you were Dash, would it would have been better to rotate into Cash and then go through that doorway, or do you think the doorway there at Red Stairs going into CCTV?
I would have pushed into. I mean, granted, he probably didn't have any intel as to who people are, and more people will probably be in Cash, and there's more angles to hold once you're entering into Cash. But it's a higher risk, but it's a higher reward event. In this moment, I would have done that, because then yeah, it's a little bit higher risk. But if you're already down 3-0, you need to take some risk. Then you need high rewards, and so that probably would have been a better move to push into there, because then he can support the Mon. See if anybody runs that, he can see him through the rotate that they have there. And he already knew the left side of CCTV was clear, so that only leaves people in Cash. He knew where one of them was, at least, from the Mon peeking. So I was surprised that he didn't get that kill on Pineapple, because he got the first kill and just kind of looked away from Pineapple, even though there was a ping on him. So that was an interesting play. So Off Noodles back up.
Okay, go ahead.
4-0. Yeah, they're back to 4-0, going back to the basement of site. I wonder if Tempr's going to learn their lesson here and make sure that top is clear, either per se on that hatch and just keep Glimpse away, or if they're going to go for a full roam clear or what. But Glimpse is prepped. He's ready for doing what he needs to do to deny and waste time. So I'm really hoping we see people playing on this hatch, which so Finka actually just opened the hatch and is probably going to be playing on it. Looks like Buck is also putting rotate holes. So they know Clumps is
Somewhere
up here probably. Clumps doesn't know per se that wall is up. Oh, Buck just gave himself away. Buck waited 4 more seconds. He would have had to pick more than likely. Landed isn't on top though, so
they're clearing it out like they should.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
I actually think they're overextending. They're running after a ghost, which he might get the kill, which he does, which is great for them. But I think that play was not needed. If someone just played it on that hatch, they're able to get pitch and open without contesting, and they're open without contesting. And that would have been a better play, because then it would have been still 5-5, maybe 5-4 if Clumps decided to contest the hatch, which is not a smart play. So,
I see some guys coming out of Snipey again.
You noticed Pineapple, as soon as he heard that cue from the fuse, he bolted. He was like, I'm not dying again.
Drone spinning up. A really big
Yeah, but this time they do have the hatch open. I mean, we do have the Aruni gate here. And Pineapple in church looking at the hatch. Swaz also inside just for looking at dirt, but he's not gonna find. Oh, they have it open.
He saw, I think he saw the Lucy, and he knows that there's the Lucy charge down in there from last time. So he's trying to figure out how to get in there. So, wow, Snipey from a prone angle able to get the who was it, Tempr? Yeah, the Lucy, which is huge. And that forces Swaz to play back near mannequins, a little bit off angle. So Wazzy can now push up in there a little bit. Land is going for a drop, surprisingly. He gets down, but he can heal himself. Dash is going for a heal, for plants. Oh, but the smoke canister denies it.
I wonder if he could have actually stuck the plant even though it was taking advantage.
He was close enough so that he could have, but I think what he did was a smart play to pull off. All that's left is boom, and he looked perfectly at him. He just did not pull the trigger in time.
And that puts round 5 in the hands of Tempr. So the best they can do for the opening half is a 4-2 split.
Which will be an okay split, but if I'm not mistaken, let me look what the actual stats are for Clubhouse. But I think this is a attacker-headed map, so it should have been in Tempr's favor, but let me see.
Okay, well, we're going into it. Top Noodles has chosen Basement Church again. I'm thinking their setup was different. Oh, did I miss it? Did they not
Defenders,
pick a
protect
vigil?
your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Yeah, Linus is playing the Cav.
Interesting.
No.
He heard me on stream say that I would play Cav on Basement.
Yeah, no longer the vigil on this one. I don't know if he really intends to use the silent step as heavily up here, or even if he's going to play up here. I'm not actually sure.
I think this time he knows that they're going to be trying to push him directly, and so being able to, and they didn't push him like 3 at a time or super drone head. So I think he thinks he can get at least one of them and go off of on an interrogation. If he does that, then that's going to scare the rest of the round.
To locate a bomb and defuse it.
Okay, so he sets up the hatch. Oh, is Pineapple going to play the hatch this time? Oh, well,
this might be
I don't know if he can. I mean, it's
Attacker,
kind of an awful hole.
he hit that wrong. That's a very bad placement, and they don't know it's bad yet, so that might come in to be a huge downfall for them. But Pineapple's in bar right now, and Clemps is just chilling way far in strip. So he's gonna go for a late roam. Maybe he thought that they've entered from each time. Because I know sometimes teams will always enter from the same angle and sometimes on different strip because they think nobody's going to be playing there. And so a Cav play there might be big. Seals is coming in to try to clear him out, but looks like they're going on a drone and they don't see him anywhere. So this is quite an interesting play that Tempr's. They're still wasting a lot of time to try to clear this complete top floor, which
No one's here. That's right.
yeah, no one's here. So that could have been done a lot quicker. They're just scared from the previous round, which is big. Like Clem's, he's done his job 3 rounds later, 4 rounds later from that first round. I guess it was round 2.
Yeah, they've now pushed. They're gonna put in some holes there in the master bedroom. Get
If
some
I'm not
views.
mistaken, they just left the top floor cam alive. Pineapple getting annihilated. I think they drone him out and they just wrecked him because he was getting wall banged there. Clips still have barely moved inside of strip. He's just waiting for last second flank. Looks like.
Yes. But Snipey, I'm thinking something's not quite right. Considering that
We haven't found the vigil. He's confused. Him and Landis are kind of coming for this. They think. Oh man, they're gonna keep on it, or if they're just gonna.
they do have
No
the hatch
shot.
open.
Wait, go to Snipey. Go to Snipey. Oh, he did a quick peek and then walked
Bomb
away.
located by
It
attackers.
was so close to Clemps. 40 seconds left. This is the time for Clemps to maybe move with 5 of them up, just for getting taken out.
Landis
He
does
only
get
has
through the
He only
hatch.
has 2 people on site, so he needs Clemps to make a play here.
Okay, we got
Oh,
one in
barely missing the
hatch.
bug. We might be able to get the shot from above. And he does. He gets 1 down. But now they know that it's a 3 on 2 with 1 on site. Plant's going down. Clem's gonna be able to deny it from hatch.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
9 seconds left. Dash and Walmsley have to. Oh no! TK
With a
Dash!
TK from
No!
Dash.
That's gonna cost Tempr the round.
Operators have run out
That's.
of time.
Oh man, that's rough. I feel
Yeah.
really bad for Tempr on that one. They could have revived that. That TK sealed the deal on that one.
They definitely did. All they needed to do was rush over to the diffuser and get into a different angle and plant it while someone was watching the other angle, where I don't remember who it was. I think it was
I think it
Boom was still alive. It was either Boom or Swas.
Yes, I believe that would be correct. Okay, we do see. I'm gonna throw out the poll here for the chat.
We got a pretty similar hold, it looks like, from Tempr as to what Soft Noodles was holding for CCTV cache.
Attackers need to
We see
locate
the
and
Ramah,
defuse
we see the smoke, the mute, the Jaeger, and the Rooney. So pretty standard hold. Looks like we're gonna see coming out here. Probably gonna see the Ramah sitting in Raptors with 1 or 2 ADSs, giving him 1 this time. Like,
He put down the other 2? Yeah, yeah, he's put down the other 2.
there's one for red there, right by the red door.
Oh, yep, I see that. Okay, and then the last one would...
5 seconds to insertion.
We'll find the last one at some point, I'm sure.
Attackers must locate and defuse
Alright,
a bomb.
meanwhile, we do got a 2-2-1 split. Pineapple way out here.
Can you push V again? Okay, thank you. I just wanted to confirm that the Z was running hard breaches, because normally you need 2 hard breaches on this site, and so they have the thermite for that, and then just for also doing this. Normally in my plays on this attack, I will run V0 and do exactly what he just did, do the left side, which something you have to always be ready for. You have to have a drone in there and have someone watching the drone, or just be staring at it.
Would it be better instead to do this top one first and then that one?
Technically, yes. Technically, yes.
Wow, they are.
But I will do it that way because nobody will be able to run out. I'm always able to look back on that hole before anybody runs out. So I'm doing it in sense debate, and that's what I thought he was, because he looked back ready for the jump, but he was in a sprint, so that was his mistake. He was sprinting at the hole instead of just watching it.
Meanwhile, Soft Noodles kind of pressing in the CCTV while Seals. No, you're on a cam, buddy. You can't be doing that.
Yeah, you can't be that close to sight and just let them walk in. Lion also in, taken out by Dash.
Good C4. Indeed, it's now a 2v3 right now in favor of Tempr. Having a pretty solid hold so far.
It's pretty lit as well. He's still droning. Pineapple's coming close on the CC. Finds the head of Dash, puts it back to a 2v2. All that Soft Noodles though has in their util is 1 flashbang thermite and 1 breach. But
Might be looking at the caveat here, but no, he finds Boom with the diffuser at the edge of the garage. That leaves Pineapple out here to have to get...
barely turned on that. I want to be able to see that back. I wish we could see that back, because he was looking at the wrong angle. I thought Thermite was able to get that pick off. When I saw the kill feed, I actually thought Snipey had gone down.
But 30 seconds left. Pineapple having to find
the
2
Renegade
frags.
still there. So he's going to have to tank the Renegade, which is going to take a lot of his off, which they don't have to even peek him until they hear that Renegade get by.
15 seconds to go.
Okay, there we go. He uses his reach, or his,
Pineapple with 1.
5 seconds remaining.
And he finds Snipey.
4 seconds left.
Snipey leave.
Snipey left, and I think they know he doesn't have a diffuser.
Operators, you have run out of time.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
If I'm
2.
not mistaken, if Pineapple looked at that hole right there, he would have been able to see the
Would have seen him, yeah.
yeah, because that's exactly where the I was sitting. Mai was full HP though, so he probably, well, I mean, he was running ARX, and that does really damage really quick. So I don't know. That's just one of those fun things of Siege that if so many different angles that if you don't look at, there's always one that if you looked at, you would have been able to win the round, but you just didn't.
That's right. So now we're
Attackers need to locate and
2-5
defuse
for
bomb.
Tempr right now. Second round as the defenders. Soft Noodles only have to win 2 to take this map and have the lead over Tempr. I'm not overly fond of their chances for taking map 1.
From what we've seen in this particular engagement, is it's been a defender sided. That might have just been Noodle just might have the better strats. But it looks like both teams are running almost identical strats to each other. Pretty honest.
5 seconds left.
We might see this similar split this time with Tempr. I'm not giving out on Tempr just yet. I think they might pull this back through.
Maybe though. Gonna return to site. There will be no roam game coming out of Tempr.
Yeah, it doesn't. They don't really have any roam operators, roam-oriented operators like Soft Noodles was designating. Looks like they're going for a complete top floor roam. They've got 3 drones up there, 3 bodies coming in.
Just coming in here for the take. Maybe get some kitchen control through the floor. Also,
So
he is on the
Soft Noodles did what Tempr needed to do was very, very quick and powerful top floor clear, or like I said, just pop that hatch. You have to do 1 or 2. You can't do a very slow and methodical top clear, because that's going to waste too much time. Where the defenders can move around you and get prepared even longer. Because as an attacker, you're playing against the time, not just the defenders. You're playing against the time. So the more time you waste, the better it is. Oh my, just should have had his head taken off.
I wholeheartedly agree. Walsey just
They both
ready for him.
stared at each other. They were just staring at each other and Walsey missing shots.
Yeah, Pineapple gonna come in from the garage. I don't know if I'm sure he suspects that Walsey is no longer there, so yeah, there's the drones. Gonna find that he's no longer there, but I think they might send one to the top of the stairs and leave it. Yep. But yeah, we still have 5 operators on the side of Tempr still in here.
Mm-hmm. They have put no effort to take air control. One less angle that Tempr has to worry about. They just have to worry about main hatch, blue, and main stairs. As I say that, here comes Bana. I think she just got back on her cam. I don't know, but he might be going towards dirt in a second for a late take. It's very stalled out right now. Looks like everybody's kind of deciding what they want to do. Pineapple's saying that. Oh, dirt is open. My mistake. I did not know that.
They do have the reinforcement here on the doorway. So,
I was gonna have to make a lot of noise to get in there. Lion's coming up behind as well.
no damage. Oh, there it is. Seals is now finally taken out from behind the shelf. Boom gonna come in for the drop. Gets immediately taken out by Walsey through the hole. Pineapple taken out. Klimps coming in for the plant. Justifer, the last man, really defending or attacking, and then that leaves Klimps just all by himself on the plant. And that's gonna be it. Tempr with another win on their scoreboard.
Was that a 4-1 or was that 3-1 at the end there?
I think that was a 3-1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a 3-1.
I know it was a 4-2 at least.
All right, then.
I know Justifer got the first kill onto, I think it was Seals, over there on AKs. But then Walsey got that refrag, and then they also got the Lion and Iana back to back. So I don't know. I can't remember if Justifer got a refrag after or not.
Okay.
But
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
surprisingly,
used by attackers.
I mean, Tempr played that well in the way that if they aren't going to go for roam, they played that well. And Soft Noodles did that quick job of figuring out that they were down a roam and took control of top floor and middle floor easy. But then that take, it seemed like they were prepared. It looked like they were confident, but they just did not push enough. As there's 5 people just ready for 3 angles, because they only had 3 angles there from, and they just did not have the correct angles and numbers for Soft Noodles to win out.
Okay, this is a new one. I actually have not seen
Attackers are
this
moving out to locate a bomb
yet in
and
this
defuse
league.
it.
Putting up the mirror here in the office closet. What's a frost trap? I actually
I've
haven't
seen this. I've seen this played out. Not in this league. Like you said, I have seen this played out, and whoever's what just happened to Walsey? I think he just got shot through the wall. He's at like 1 HP.
Well, at least Walsey has his gadgets now, so I suppose that's going to be working in his favor.
Hopefully, he gets the skills. But whoever plays in that little cubby, if they don't, there's no ADSs there. If they don't have a Ramai there, 1 grenade is all, and you're done. And you're stuck because you can rotate out once the hatch is open, which you gotta be in. Yep, I think it's open. Yep. So the big Yana clone, spotting, seeing what's going on, sees the smoke sitting right on it.
Time to ring some ears.
It'd be interesting to see if smoke tries to counter this angle, because like I've said, it's almost impossible to win shooting up at that angle.
Meanwhile, Walsey kind of being extremely careful with his health, but Seals is the first casualty, and that's the smoke gone.
That's exactly what I was saying. It's almost impossible to win your engagement looking up there, because they'll see your feet first, and then they'll either just shoot your feet and kill you instantly, or they'll wait for your head, because they'll know exactly where your head's gonna be.
And meanwhile, Walsey was in the, I'll say second. What is his
Attackers have
fault?
located a bomb.
Call that fault?
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Connector.
Glimpse is already
Glimpse
inside.
is inside.
Nice reset.
Looks like this is gonna be a 6-3 split here. Something I've noticed with Glimpse is he always runs out of ammo. He never, I don't think he ever really like reloads. It's not in his play style is to reload. It's like he finally takes out Glimpse. User gets down but is shot instantly. That time it did not happen in that way. So now it's a 2-on-2. Pineapple and just are in a good angle to deny the defuse, but just for taking out, that's a 1-on-2.
That's diffuser going down, and Blitz played by
Wow.
Landis gonna close out the round for Tempr.
Bandit.
Or Bandit.
Bomb defusing attempt
Why do I
failed.
do that? I don't know why I do that.
Good case. Same
Same
team.
faction? Team? Yeah, sure.
Same agency. The IGN. The Germans. Same
Oh,
country.
yes, Germans, yeah. Just kidding. I'm not doing that.
Wow, I'm surprised on that, honestly, because had site control. They had everything they needed, and somehow they just let Bandit slip on through to get those kills and those shots that they needed to win
The
that
only
round.
angle I could deduce how that even happened is Bandit went downstairs and went back up through
Attackers need
main
to locate and
yeah,
defuse
main
bomb.
stairs. I think
That's the
I think that was the only hole that he could have gone through, because Pineapple was here, and
Pineapple couldn't see.
yeah, and then
Nobody was
Josepher
on
had
breach.
Jim.
Because
Yeah.
they only had a guy on Gym, they had a guy in sight, a guy in Logi, and a guy planting. So I don't think anybody was watching that breach hole. I think he just came back up main stage, walked into Gym, by Gym. Glimpse died in bedroom, and then that was just Justifer and Pineapple left on opposite sides of the diffuser. And I don't think Justifer is expecting to get jumped on a 2-on-2 engage.
No, he definitely was not. I mean, that was through the master window,
Attackers
if
are
I'm not
moving out
mistaken,
to locate
because
a
I
bomb
believe
and
this one was
defuse it.
Claymore Kingdom Come.
I think it was Jim. I think he jumped out Jim because I think Master was still closed at that point. But anyways, we'll see. Tempr going back to the TT cash hold. They held it pretty well that first time around. So we'll see how this goes. It looks like the same exact option for both teams. So I don't know if anybody's going to do anything differently. We'll see what's play here. I don't think Justifer went open garage this time.
You do see the Rooney gate. Oh, Clips, what was that?
He tried looking through the tunnel and almost had his life in out, which if he did, if they got taken away, that would have been huge. Bandit had a 50-50 shot there, and he chose the wrong one. But if he had that right, he would have been able to deny that wall opening.
Yeah, and
been
then
huge.
Swaz is just looking for sniping there on the rafters. Not currently right now, but he definitely has that angle.
Cover me, reloading.
Yeah. This time is rotated and it's just head holes, so that'll give Snipey a little bit more areas to be able to hide if he needs. Looks like Soft Noodles is going to go for a construction take with pressure coming from breach. Doesn't look like the garage at all. So Snipey might be a big play here. I've had instances where teams have pushed breach and construction where I've been able to get an ace from rafters. Just rafters is a strong angle if you have the site opened up properly and get your shots.
Mm-hmm.
Gemini activated.
So pushing him, not pushing him, Snipey here might be a big game changer for this round.
We got a 4-man push out here. Oh wait, no, that's the
It's pretty much a 4-man.
They got another breach coming out. Seal. Oh, I guess there's the wall right there. I was about to say Seal's about to take some damage. I totally forgot.
Go to Landis real quick. He's on a flank. He's getting ready to go for a roam. He knows that there's 4 of them pushing their land to Justifer. Why is he going back to site? No.
Well, Snipey went outside.
Mm-hmm. Now they know nobody's on breach and they're all pushing from construction. Klims is super lit. I don't know if did he mean to do that?
I don't know. Maybe we'll ask him here.
Kind of stalled out this smoke. Smoke has stalled out there. Soft Noodles here. It looks like he has what? Oh, he has no more cannons. They can no longer pull out. Who knows exactly where the smoke is, but oh, what a great angle from Landis. I didn't even think about that. Right up from bar hatch, and Seal's gonna be able to get a flawless round with a shot pump to Pineapple's chest. That was a great angle by Landis, the Jaeger downstairs and bar. Instead of going for the flank, which could have been huge or could have just been shot down immediately by Zero, who is kind of right next to it. He just looked up through the hatch, which is a great play because there was that breach that they made, so he's able to cut off half of their entrance. Because then at that point, they knew that their entrances could only be cache door, the breach that they made in construction going into cache, and then CCTV window. So that's only 3 angles that 5 players have to hold, which when you have 5 people watching 3 angles, it's very hard to win your engagements if you're the 3 players on the other team.
Defenders protect
Yeah,
your bomb.
I'll give it to Tempr on this one. Their defense game is really solid. They're 0 for 4 or 4 for 0. 4 for 4. There we go. 4 for 4. That's what I meant.
So they've so far had a better track record on this map than Soft Noodles. So we might see a 7-5 here if they hold out these last 2 rounds, which. When they played this, when Soft Noodles pushed this, it was a very last-minute push from Soft Noodles. They did great for the first 2 minutes, but then the last 5-10 seconds, they just crumbled. Even confident, they looked strong going into it. It's a very interesting thing here. If they don't change their tempo, Soft Noodles might end up on a 6-5 and Tempr for the first time in this matchup be on top.
Well, you can see Dash on the cameras. It's not what I meant to push. You see a 3.
So this is interesting. We have 2 people entering through strip, which is where Klims was playing on this site when he was out. So I knew his team enters from here, so he was hoping someone from the other team would. So that's just something that I always find interesting is a lot of times you'll see like a Cav or some type of roamer who's playing really far in a random angle is because they enter from that angle, they have teammates enter from that angle.
We do got some Some
We're wasting
sledge
one of her
coming in.
C4s. He's trying to contest those ultras, it looks like. And he can contest these angles, I think. But he gets scared back off.
They probably was. Wait, no, that's-
Walsey, where did that kill come from? He was able to get pineapple. I don't know what that kill was.
Walsey was on a roam. Yep, right here. So he was on the roam here on red stairs. And it appears the kill is right here in the doorway of lounge.
Oh, he actually. Remember when we saw the Justifier on the 0 looking through that angle? I think Walsey was playing the exact same angle and finally hit his shot this time.
Meanwhile, Justifier coming in through dirt. I don't see any Malusi, so I guess it's up to motion sensors if they have them in here.
I don't think they have motion detectors on their roster. No, the only thing they have is bulletproofs, Rooney's gates, and 2 barbed wire. So, Justifier is gonna have to either shoot. He's just backing out. He knows he can't do anything without giving it away too early.
It seems
Very, very quiet. Looks like they're gonna go for a blue take this time. Justifier is gonna push down the stairs. Dash is gonna get eaten out.
Where did he get that dash from? The hatch? Justifier?
No, he's got shot right next to where Landis was.
Bomb located
You
by
can,
Oh, I
have a really
see.
long angle if you hold it right.
Oh, I see, okay. Justifier did spin a Flores drone here in the church. He blew up a little bit of the carpet here.
He still has one more.
He gonna send another one? Thought he was, but that's just a
15
drone.
seconds remaining.
Looks like he's gonna come from, I don't know. 2 of them are coming from blue. Justifier dropped the main dash. Oh, Swaz the CK, but gets refrags. Another one onto Swaz. 1 on 4 as Landis gets Justifier and Seals finishes Clem's off. For a win in Tempr. Oh, what a great shot to get close and to put Tempr on top for the first time in this game.
Yeah.
They've brought it back
Tempr's-
from a 5-1 split to a 5-6 with one more that they can go on this match point. If Tempr wins this, if they go for flawless defense hold here, that's gonna be the map.
Yeah. Call me a doubting Thomas, but I did not have faith in them to bring back that 5-1. That's a rough deficit to come back from.
It is. It definitely is. But this is one of the maps that you can do it on. There's certain maps where if you're down like that, it's hard, and you sometimes have to, as a team, just, and we're in a best of 3. You have to think about this big in a best of 5. Do we just give them the 7-1 split and just send it to the next, or are we going to fight this map? And so something you have to think about in these longer engagements where you have multiple maps to play is how do you play that statistically?
But a little bit of a difference coming out of Sniper Castle. It was pretty
This might be, yeah, they've had a different hold here. They did let Soft Noodles stay very, very quickly, so it looks like they're going to do a different play here.
Yeah, we see
Walsey, if you notice, he's reinforcing that wall backwards. Oh, he just stopped. Because that's where the mirror last time.
Objective is to locate a bomb and
Dash actually did put his mirror in back, and then instead this time. So that's actually a smarter mirror, per se. So this will be interesting. It's a new hold by Tempr. So some Noodles might get tripped up on it, but it also might not be good for Tempr if they're not used to this. This might be a secondary pocket strat that they have, or this could be something that they're trying brand new because last round they barely clutched out. So who knows?
I'm out! Gotta reload!
bomb located by attackers.
wanting that want some angle onto the alpha bomb here through the window right immediately after the sledge punched out the castle, but I don't
That's one of the smartest things to do is to have, when you're in sledge, have one of your teammates step right behind you. As soon as you sledge it, just shoot. Just go left and right and just shoot a bunch. Because then you can quickly get an angle off and deny. Noodles with two slight windows open and the patio reach open.
Candace, what you doing there, buddy? Oh,
Attackers have located a bomb.
Wall's getting judged. Oh, Pineapple gets stacked by Snipey. It's a 3-on-5. Just drops into Logi. They do have pings though. That someone barely missing a C4.
Oh no.
Getting down, but Wazzy didn't know. Seals finishes. Clem's gonna come back to make it a 2-on-3. Now a 3-2. Yeah, he gets a 2. He gets stashed and wins. Boom is now flat inside of sight. Looks like Boom. He's just gonna wait. He could have had that kill if he went faster. Still gets it though. Now it's on 2-and-2. Main stairs and Boom right next to the breach still. Seals re-entered into bathroom. Clem's gonna get the flanking Wallsy. Now it's just left to Seals the bathroom.
It does have one canister left. But now in
Barely missing
where
a
it
shot.
is. Boom's still in the hall. No way! Boom! What? Oh, but
Clips.
Soft Noodle brings it back.
Oh.
Clips just back up on the stairs just in time to get off his camera. But Boom, dude.
Barely hitting that shot. I think this is overtime. A 6-6 split. Told you we were gonna go to overtime with it. It wasn't going back and forth like I thought it was, but it went back and forth. Let's see, who has defense? Tempr has defense. They have the statistical advantage in this engagement. They are going to petition to go basement, the church arsenal room first, which I think has been their strong. They probably, if they lose this, or they lose the next run, so like if they win this and lose the next one, then they'll probably go CCTV and catch for their final round.
It seems that CCTV cache and church are their two sites they are 2-2 on. So let's. Tempr is probably hoping to get a 3-for-3 on their setup here. See anything different about their lineup from last time we were down here?
Yeah. Something you have to think about when these players is a lot of people will go for that kill like he just did, even though he knew he downed the guy. He re-peeked and spent the time to shoot him, and that's what got him killed. If he just knew the guy was down and then just went on, because there wasn't gonna be enough time to pick him up. And so if he didn't, if he knew like, hey, this guy, if he goes to get picked up, that's an audio cue that I know that his team's there. You can jump out on him and swing him and stuff. So you have to think about those things. Should I finish this kill or should I just leave it and go for this one other?
So being greedy is what really cost Tempr this last one. I mean, but it's,
yes.
Here's the question though: is like you're on like a comeback momentum right now. You're feeling great. Like that's probably the mentality. That's like, hey, I'm about to win the round. Of course I'm gonna get this kick.
Yeah. So you have to kind of to pace yourself. Flimps might just try. Okay, I thought he was gonna just try to go for a straight rundown. He just entered in the kitchen quick and just moving.
Okay, he does take some shots at Walsy. You can't even hit a drone.
Pineapple and Lion close on him. He backs out. He knows. Take a couple shots and move away.
Knock, knock!
Habana getting hatches open. Cappy has hard breach devices that he can get in hatch. Habana doesn't, and third if need be.
And now we see some holes coming out. Snipey, the only one underneath these holes. Okay, we see one come out. And the cancel ended down on Klimps.
Klimps.
Where did that even come from?
I don't know if they know he's down. Steel's got him. And Steels finishes it with a C4. Habana getting half of the tape open. There's no more packs to try to deny this, so hatch will open.
Oh, but Seals has a really good spot to see if anyone comes through that hatch. I guess so is the same. If anyone wraps this way on the hatch, they have a good shot at Seals.
Yeah.
That's just a question of who sees who first.
Seals will have the better angle, just the way that the angles work in this game. The defender or the attacker looking down is a harder time just with that specific angle, because it's going to be a big bar in their face, where Seals will be able to have a little bit better chance. It's an interesting dynamic. Interesting that happens within Siege's architecture.
Something a little
So we got
different.
two on kitchen hatch, so it'll be quite interesting. Everybody's at full health. Soft Noodles has lost their top fragger, so this would be an interesting play. Snipe getting boom, so now we're 3 on 5. Dash can get taken out by, or just for taking out by Dash. Can get snipey. Pineapples can pull a ballsy, but Land is going to get a refrag on a Pineapple instantly. The last one is Lion in sight, but he gets taken out by Seals with Pop in Kitchen. So that's a defender win. So in all technicality, Tempr has won 7 or 6 out of the 7 defender sites or holds that they've had, and they're back onto match point. But it does go to Soft Noodles to defend CCTV and Cash. So I'm going to predict we're going to see a 7-7 split here, and we're going to see Tempr go to Cash CCTV.
Well,
it looks
let's
like
see.
the exact same. Looks like the exact same take from both teams. We got the Thatcher to get breach open quick. We got the Finca. We got the Monty.
Attackers need to
We
locate
got
and defuse bombs.
the Finca and the Fuse by Tempr. They might push off of Fuse here. Then once they see that it is a top floor hold, because I think they were expecting it to be a basement hold, sort of. I mean, they would not bring Monty for the basement, but I don't know if they're going to keep the Fuse for this top floor, because you can't really use Fuse too much on these top floor holds or takes. So I'm going to be surprised if they keep him here. But Soft Noodles has the exact same hold that they've always had up here, with Glimpse on Mozzie, Pineapple on Thunderbird, Swaz holding Raptors as Omai, Boom on the Bandit, and Justifer on the Jaeger. I wonder if Jester is going to get shot this time, just trying to get those Abana pellets, even though there is none this time. Okay, so as I was saying, they switched Snipey over from Fuse to the Zofia. So we got another LMG, we got 2 Claymores with the new update. So this is going to be an interesting take. I'm surprised that you didn't bring the Habana, to be quite honest. Because now they only have the Thermite. That means they only can open Breach in one other angle, which I don't know if they're going to want to open Construction, if they're going to want to just pocket it or open Garage or what. Those double Claymores, this is a great new addition. You gotta love it.
Justifer right up here, ready to come out.
Justifer definitely just heard Monty sprinting and was like, oh no. So Monty's gonna enter through Jim, and Clemson and Justifer are close to that Monty, and they're both in construction, and Monty's just gonna push on through Jim and clear top floor by himself. It looks like he's behind him to get a refrag. That's not gonna be good if Justifer or someone decides to rush Seals. Monty's gonna be by himself. Dash is right outside, right next on the window, but not doing much.
Did see some shots coming through Dash going into office. Did not find any heads.
Refires.
Snipey coming down to Justifer.
Clemson is gonna go for the refrag. Oh, Monty needs to see this right now. Oh, Clem's getting a. Monty gonna be able to finish him off with Clem's not being able to get the refrag. So now 4-4. Monty's on site door. Walsey's coming up. Oh wait, no, he's not. I thought Walsey was coming up red. Land is right behind Monty, so if Monty sees anyone, Land can just do a quick pop. Thermite, it's gonna open up the wall. What a beautiful. Oh, if that wasn't there. What a beautiful nade on the top of the head.
Wow, there's now a big
site
hole.
wall open. But like I've said before, the Ramai, he's in a perfect angle to try to not deny if anything happens here. 2 players downstairs with C4s, and then Boom right next to Red with the C4. So there is going to be a lot of potential for C4 plays coming out here in a second.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Clem's is low on that hatch that just happened.
We got a plant
Hatch
coming
going
down.
They don't know. No C4 coming out. Plant is down with Monty up still, which is big because Monty Monty overextended. He needed to back off. So we got 2 sitting on the windows. Pineapple sees the diffuser. And just Cash. 3 on 3.
Oh no! How do you survive that?
The diffuser is going. Oh, diffuser gets denied.
And that's it.
Oh, but Pineapple's gonna be able to save it out. Barely with 1 HP to his name. Barely beats Dash for the kill. He's gonna be able to get the diffuser and send it to a 7-7 split.
Defender mission successful.
This is gonna be the decider round. Wow.
What a great game.
That was quite an interesting 20 seconds to say the least.
Definitely was.
Wow.
That diffuser was originally a millisecond away from getting diffused there. Wow.
Man, whoever is playing that thermite, I don't think you know just how lucky
How
you were that they
close,
whipped their
right?
shots at the window at you.
Oh, he just needed one more bullet to come out of his gun to land onto Pineapple for that win. Pineapple barely being able to turn around with that SMG 9, or was it the Bearing 9? I can't remember which one she had.
I wouldn't.
It was Thunderbird. Oh, Thunderbird has the Bearing 9. Yes, I think Thunderbird.
All right. Well, Tempr
Attackers need to
defending
locate
yet
and defuse
again.
the
This
bomb.
side of choice is going to be cashed to CTTV, and this is the decider round. Snipey playing the Wamai. You know, he was up here on the Raptors last time they were up here, and scored him a victory. I don't think there's anything really different. Seal is playing the smoke, and I believe he died early last time. I don't recall how early, but I believe it was early enough where he didn't get all of his canisters out. Snipey going up for the seal off from the bedroom. Dash playing
10 seconds
the bandit.
remaining.
Okay. Yeah, overall not a
5 seconds remaining.
what's the word? Unorthodox approach. I think this is
Attackers
more or less
must
the approach they
locate
did
and
on
defuse the bomb.
the last one, but everybody's in a different spot. It seems. Yeah, Walsey was playing main stairs last time.
So something interesting about this engagement that I just realized is the 6 feet under team, so my team, we played Tempr in the first week of playoffs, and we were the ones who sent them to the lower bracket. The following week, my team played off Noodles, and we lost to them. So if we backed out quicker, it would have been Tempr versus Soft Noodles week 2 of winners bracket. So I find that super
Oh
interesting.
no!
Wow.
That
Dash
was
able to
like
get that.
literal
Attackers
last
located
second.
a bomb.
Holy moly!
Dash able to pick it off, and with that new system that he's able to put a bandit down while a bandit's already on the wall, he's able to do this so much easier. So that's huge. Thermite only has one left. Swaz almost losing his life. He's gonna heal up, but man, he almost gets it out to Snipey. Snipey's been on fire today. He's at 19 and what is it? 19-8 or 19-5? Yeah, 19 and 8. Talent is close with 18 and 11, but that's 19 and 8. That's great playing. Snipey.
Loading new mag.
There's only 5. Yeah, I guess it's still technically 7 drones up for Soft Noodles, but that's pretty good for.
They're in a minute and a half. They haven't even gone really
They
upstairs.
don't know. They haven't decided what exactly to do. Flip's getting taken out. That's no more Thatcher. Pineapple, Swaz, and Boom are all low, but nobody from Tempr has any damage taken to them. Boom taking more shots. He's gonna land his forehead, but Sniper's gonna be able to get the shot onto Swaz, so no more Finkas, so no more health coming back out for Soft Noodles. All that's left is Pineapple, who finds a kill but is super low. Both him and Thermite are almost at 50.
Snipey
If you
though
average out
almost
the
takes
girls
him
at
out.
50. Barely missing shots. They're both on bottom right here. There's 2 barbed wire on that wall, so they have to be very careful. Bandit scared him with this D4. Oh, barely missing a shot.
No
He
way,
wins this engagement with
Pineapple!
1
Attackers
HP.
bomb diffuser has been
Sniper gonna
dropped.
get boomed, so now it's a 1-on-2. Pineapple with 1 HP on top of Red. For the game win, will Pineapple be able to clutch out against Seals, who smokes him out and defeats him with the smoke canister. Tempered for the clutch to come back from a 5-1 engagement, to send it to overtime from winning 5 defender rounds in a row, losing their 6th, but then winning a defense, then losing the attack, sending it back to 7-7. What a great game.
That was straight up incredible. I'm gonna update the score here after the stream. Now 1-0 in favor of Tempr. We're gonna take a short break, but just wow, holy! I don't even know what all to say. That was amazing.
That was a great game 1 of this engagement. If these next 2 games, potentially only 1 game, but for the sake of entertainment, hopefully the next 2 games will be just like that. Maybe not per se the 5-1 split, but a back split or just very competitive. Like that was a great 5-minute mandatory union with me.
Yeah. So 5 minutes. We're gonna just talk about what went down. I got my sheet here that just goes over the highlights. Round 6, Tempr has a TK, which seals the deal for Soft Noodles to take their final round in the basement. So I'm gonna cut that on the pod. Get that.
With the Klimps on the rotate or on the flank as Cav, taking one through Moto Hatch and then going to meet Kitchen Hatch. You can't leave Kitchen Hatch by itself. You have to have someone sitting in kitchen just staring at the door. You cannot let someone get above and just try to plan like that. So that the sledge, I don't know why he dropped Moto, to be honest, as you'll see here in a second on the VOD that light is coming up. You never want to just send someone on by themselves. If you have someone going to drop Kitchen Hatch and go for a planting of 2 people in dirt, if you're the last one up, like upstairs, you should never drop. That is what lost on the round, was the sledge dropping and leaving Kitchen Hatch open for Clint to just walk by and shoot the diffuser.
It was just straight up kind of rough for Tempr at the very start. Soft Noodles having a really strong defense in the opening half. All right, I'm cutting it right into it. Round 6 is what I gotta skip to, so give me just a minute to scrub to it. That's the end of round 5.
Am I gonna be able to see it?
I suppose I could, yeah. Let's try this.
Awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, getting here in the prep phase. Yeah, I'll just scrub it live on stream. So yeah, round 6, we're pushing in. A minute left in the game. Soft Noodles down 1 player. It's a 5-man
this fuse. He was so close. He was so close to this Klimps. If he just sat there or put a drone, or just peeked a little bit more, that would have been the round. But
yeah, Tempr had a pretty strong start here. I mean, they didn't ever get Klimps, so I guess
it was 5-4 with Klimps offside, so it was only a 5v3 pretty much, and just for taking out. So it's a 5-on-2, only 2 on site, and so you still have Landis, Fuse, and sealed up top. This comes for the so I didn't mistake. Landis was the one who shouldn't have dropped. He dropped with the diffuser for the secondary. But no, he did drop with the diffuser. Okay, I think I understand what happened now. It looks like Landis had the diffuser, Snipey was going to stay on top, and Sledge was going to drop as well, so that meant Fuse was going to be the one holding the hatch, but Landis got shot while he was dropping, so Fuse had to be the next person in line to get the diffuser, leaving top floor open for Clem to do what he did. So not necessarily their biggest fault, but I really don't think they should have had Sledge drop where he did, because it was so far away from the action, and it was a very high risk, low reward play that Sledge went for.
I'm skipping ahead right now to round 10, where Tempr gets a flawless round on Soft Noodles. And as far as I know, they took very minimal damage too. I think there were some shots traded between both teams, but I think overall, like, really not a whole lot was done.
Yeah, not much. Yeah, I remember Clem's taking shots from the drone hole, almost losing his life, losing his head, and that would have made it so that Thermite went out of being able to get that wall open, which, even though it's open, it made no factor to the play, because sorry, I had to sneeze there. Because Lion was able to get, we just got one tapped pretty much, and just got shot while on rappel, if I remember right.
Clamps.
So
yeah.
Seals used a very interesting smoke there. Interestingly enough, he should have saved onto it, but I mean it still worked out for them. See, Snipey was able to get Lion. He ran out on him, got him. So breach was ineffective at that point. And then Klimt does this weird move. I don't know what he was doing here.
Yeah, you were saying at this point, it's like, did he mean to do that?
Yeah, and this is when a little bit after when I saw Landis, I didn't even think to look down again. He was looking up to that hatch because he knew that breach was open and that was going to be probably the move to play. And he just looked straight up at it. He was able to get kill. He was able to get 2 kills, and then Seals finishes it off. So they lost no HP that round.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I thought
they
they
lost
did.
0 HP.
So a truly flawless round for
every time someone died on that, there was no real way that someone could have like shot back because Landis shot looking up. I think all 3 kills from Snipey is him on an off angle, him running out on the Lion, and then the other 2 in pushing in sight. He was still in rafters, so he had an off angle shooting at them. So I don't think they ever really saw him. So nobody ever actually shot back when they were getting killed. So I find that very interesting in that round.
We're coming down to a minute and a half left of our break here. So I'm going to try to scrub into round 11.
I think Jesper almost got Walsey on that moment right there when he breached that wall, when he breached that castle barricade. It looked like Walsey was really, really close to getting shot.
I saw that, Chesterberg. Where is Sledge? Swans, yeah, come on. Put a hole in that window and some shots come out. Yeah, Walsey.
Yeah, because
Walsey was just so close, yeah.
If Sledge waited like a millisecond, Walsey would have been right in front of that angle and would have gotten a shot. But he was like, he hit the brakes quick and jumped over. And it was like, Seals, I'm gonna play with you first. Let me just chill. I almost lost my life, so give me a second. What's very interesting is how quickly they were able to get those castle barricades open, all open. If you're gonna be putting mutes or bandits there, you need to have a ADS or my disc preventing someone from doing what Jesper did with the Gaunt 6 or let's say Zofia's or Ash's charge. You have to be able to make it so those castle barricades stay up as long as possible. This was very interesting. Walsey, because you don't know when you're down someone. You have to visually see them or hear them get down, and he just didn't have enough like time watching it to see that he got down, and he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm gonna have to skip a little bit ahead. Running out of time. Can't watch the rest of the round.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah, Seals.
So if he injured him and backed out, he would have been safe. He was still on the drone. So if he didn't go for that finish, he would have been able to win that round out more than likely.
See, I'm wondering if he saw this like I did. Like, I saw this first shot, and he didn't quite roll over until, like, the latter half of his second shot. So I think he might have, like, visually thought that he didn't actually down him.
He thought he was still squirming around.
Yeah, I think that would have been my mentality for that one.
That might have been his play there.
Meanwhile, I gotta set up the map. Oh, what the heck? My cursor is gone. I actually can't see my cursor. What the heck? Oh.
Best of luck.
All right, so our second map, I believe, is Oregon. Okay. So,
yay, another Oregon.
And Soft Noodles will be attacking first. So. Yeah, the teams are giving me some black. All right, Soft Noodles is ready. Tempr, waiting on them. I don't know why my cursor isn't coming up. That's so weird. Meanwhile, I should probably get the stream for you so you can hear things too, right? Funzone, did I lose you?
No, I'm saying.
Okay, it's just like, okay. So here we go.
Yeah, there you go. Let's go.
Hold on. Cursor, hello. There you are. Soft Noodles, Oregon, Tempr Esports. 1-0 right now, or sorry, 0-1 in favor of Tempr Esports. Bans coming out. Think it's gonna be the standard. We're about to. I'm thinking of Thatcher. Thatcher Jackal is my forecast. I'm using my foresight here. Oh, okay. Thatcher coming in.
Softney was not wanting to play against the Thatcher here.
I don't blame him. This seems to be a pretty common pick for Oregon. And I'm thinking Jackal, but I might also lean a Flores. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see a Flores, Jackal, or a Twitch ban.
Okay, yep, there's a Jackal.
Because Flores is huge to getting elbow control on the basement attack.
And then, they got their defense picked out, and I'm thinking of Valkyrie. Or Mira, yep.
Mira.
Yeah, so I'm thinking the next pick is for sure going to be the Valkyrie.
I would say so too. There's not as many pieces where Valk can be super useful. Like, I mean, if you place Valks on the top floor, then you can get C4s to that floor, but you can't get C4s from basement into the middle floor, the first floor.
Ooh,
So
a kite?
I could see the mentality of leaving the Valk. She would be able to give intel, but you wouldn't be able to instant kills from it.
I see. Okay.
As likely, like in Clubhouse, you're able to get a little more C4 kills. As from basement, you can see the kitchen to bar, and then if you're bar, you can get C4s up into sight from any floor. So Oregon doesn't have the most like C4 spots. Basically, all the floors is C4able, but it's kind of harder to pull it off, I'd say. So
You're going a little roboto on me, buddy.
my bad.
I don't know if it's me. I don't think it is.
It's probably
But yeah, I got like the latter half of that, maybe.
My package will protect.
alright.
Give him where he's at about
Alright. Snipey Wazzy playing in the attic, setting up a Banshee right here next to the meeting hatch. Attic hatch power. Figure.
Attic hatch.
Yeah, we got one frost mat there on the ground. This actually did work in favor of Tempr, I believe, against Baker.
It's very hard to
10 seconds insertion.
counter that frost mat without a nade, because if you don't pull up the nade, it's very hard to shoot it and then get back on angle, because someone will always be looking at you through that hole.
Locate and
So
defuse
you
the
have to be
bomb.
shooting at them to either suppress fire or to win the engagement. And so it's either you look down and deny your death from that, but then get shot from someone to your right, or you shoot the guy to your right, hopefully get the kill, and then get injured by the first one, and then hopefully a teammate can come pick you up. It's very hard if you don't get it off the bat. Knifey just gonna shut down the finca of Clemps.
That was right
Right
to the
off
front
the
door,
bat.
and it gets two!
Oh, on the Jester. You might get the third here. On the but
Is he gonna get three?
Back in.
Pineapple?
Snipey right off to a strong start.
Opening mid.
We're waiting.
Put some shots through. Snipey not even phased. This man is fearless.
Reloading ammo.
Let's looking through main door now. Where is Swas though? He's running for them. So. He's right on this balcony. If someone ran, it would be a stupid play, but if someone ran on that balcony, that'd be hilarious right now.
It'd be kind of funny, really. I would love to see that, but I doubt I will. Oh, he's off the drone and he's playing the Flores. Is he gonna
Yeah,
put a
Swaz is
shot?
in trophy, and no, there's gonna be a meter at that door, so he can't do that.
Well, I mean, he can start the countdown, and it'll still blow up. Right?
No, as soon as it hits the meat jammer, it will
It'll
turtle.
disable the countdown.
Yeah, unless it goes past, if it jumps, gets stuck, but if it's past, then it will reactivate. I'm pretty sure, but from there now.
Okay, I heard the Flores drone, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, interesting enough, it's a random pull. Pineapple's below. Looks. He walked right past. He walked right past Landis, and Landis and Sniper is still off each other. There's one's gonna come up the roof, it looks like. There's one's in
there's
trophy gonna get hit by dash. It's a 1-on-5. Boom is able to get a kill on the seals to make it a 1-on-4. Not a flawless, but it's just left up to him. Player.
We'll get some good
barely
pre-fires.
Out of there. Landis, I swear that was a dead shot. I gotta give it to him. That should have landed. 35 seconds left with 1v4 and he's down. And he's at 75 HP pretty much. And everybody else is at full HP. So he's not in the greatest of positions to win out. Snipey got a little... Snipey was like, hey, let me in this thing. Just
let me at him.
He literally did, but that gave the rest of his team an idea of where they were. Because there was 3 angles that were getting the refrag, so.
A Snipey, though.
First round.
Snipey's got 3? No, he's got, yeah, he's got 3.
Because he started off with the first 2 kills onto Klims right off the bat, and then I think it was onto Justifer. And then was able to get Pineapple, who just passed Landis, I think it was. I know it was Landis, but I don't know if it was Pineapple or not. Go back to the kill feed, because I think Boom was the last one alive, right?
Yes, Boom was definitely the last one alive.
Yeah, because Boom is the only one with 2 kills. He's the only one with kills, so.
Yep.
Yeah, Pineapple definitely was much lucky top. They're running the same,
Attackers have located a bomb.
same defenders, I guess you could say.
Where's Landis? Oh, there he is.
Boston from Twitch as well. So they're gonna be holding basement hold. It's like a pretty standard. Looks. Wait, did they just double reinforce elbow? So I think they're just gonna give them elbow right off the bat, and they know that. Soft Noodles knows that. Boss just saw it on his drone and was like, "Hey guys." So we'll just take blue. They have to worry about is that one head hole and have blue. So there's 2 of them off there with a drone going to be falling in front of them. Very interesting. All of Tempr on site.
Here comes
Flora's
Swaz
drone
with that
coming in.
You can stop worrying about grenades.
Blow up? Okay, so is that an ADS? What was that?
I think it was a Melusi charge.
Okay. Fancy,
Still one with my disc in there.
We got here Glimpse. Right here on the stairs, he's gonna contest Walsey there at the pillar. Justifer takes out Snipey. That's their top fragger though. So things are already looking pretty good for Soft Noodles on this one. Sun's coming out, lifts. Glimpse and Pineapple trying to wreck. Oh, I thought they shot it for a second. The ADS gets the grenade.
I'm just waiting too long that the ADS was able to reset in time, I believe. Unless there's 2 ADS, I think it was just the one.
Has been located.
Oh, Walsey just hit back without any. Okay, kind of blew it up after a little bit, but man, there's almost no refrag.
Oh no, Landis coming in from behind.
Pineapple
but
knows,
Pineapple ready.
Oh, but Pineapple looks full.
And he loses the angle. That blink is gone, but
Land's
Swaz.
going down, but he's stuck because it's a 2. Because the Seals picks off Justifer's now. Swaz is in sight and Boom is on pillar. That's in the closet and Seals is in Minder. Landis is still. I don't know where he is actually.
Attackers bomb defused.
Oh,
Seals right in the sliver. And Seals with another one to finish off Boom.
Look,
And we
I
can
love that.
see
Yes,
that.
we gotta see that. Just destroys both of them.
Just
Beautiful SMG shots. 0-2 in favor of Tempr.
Well, I mean,
Tempr is feeling good right now. I have to tell you.
yeah, they are looking good
From a
too. But
mentality, they
yeah,
are
they're-
feeling good.
they have to be feeling good. I mean, they came from a 5-1 deficit to take it in overtime last map. Their momentum is good, but if anything, Soft Noodles have got to give them the benefit of the doubt. They could do the exact same thing. They could go from a 5-1 deficit and go into overtime and win it.
Yes, if anything,
Attackers need
Soft
to
Noodles
locate and
can
defuse
do it
bombs.
back.
Yeah, meanwhile, we got meeting in kitchen coming out from Tempr, and I've got to write that down. So excuse me while the camera is stabbed. Let's watch Sniping for a minute.
Kona set. Kona prep Heal.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Very interesting that they have a sniper on the warden.
So why would you pick a warden over any of them? For this
I mean,
site?
he has a shield, so that's okay, because you need a shield for this site.
5
So,
seconds left before insertion.
I mean,
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse
I wonder if
it.
they're expecting there to be things coming out of the wazoo, like the charges. But, I mean, Soft Noodles does have 6 bangs, but I don't know if they're gonna use them like enough for the warden to matter. Maybe he also was thinking that they're gonna do a glass play, because that is common to do from small tower, is to just open wall, send in a bunch of smoke, have a glass watch over while someone plants. Maybe he's trying to deny that possibility. With the like 7th, the opportunity to switch your operator during defender or during prep phase for the attackers, it kind of makes warden not necessarily unusable or like unneeded, because as soon as they see the warden, if they even do like a glass play or a ying play, you're gonna pick off of it because you see the warden, but then now warden is useless. Like, he also did his job. So it's a pretty interesting trade-off. So Thermite going to open up into meeting hall from the garage. So very interesting take thus far. Seals is posted as SMG11. Going to try to do some more shots here.
They're leaving? Oh, Swaz. Oh, okay. Oh, he does cross the angle, but no connections for the head.
Takes some damage, but gets some health back right away from Klimps. I don't know if it was the best time to use it from Klimps, because he was only at about 70 HP. Now he's back to like 85, 90. So it might have been best for Klimps to save onto that, unless he's expecting to die pretty quick. Ash is gonna be taken out by Klimps with no damage or refract done. Just for Mike. Oh my. Wallsy with a shot and Snipey with from a very angle from above.
Attackers located a bomb. Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Wallsy's gonna be running away. Snipey gonna be able to get a kill on the boom. And Seal's able to get off Pineapple. Glimpses might be able to get this refrag onto him. Swaz is gonna get shot at like none other. Oh, and Landis and Seals finish it off. What a great flank by Landis here. What a great shot.
Well, that's 3-0, Soft Noodles. I don't want you to repeat a 5-1 deficit, but if you're going to, good luck, buddies.
Right. This is a great mental space to be in for Tempr. Even if you lose the next 3, you're ending this at a 3-3 split, which is good. You want to always go at the worst, technically, a 4-2, because then if you go 4-2, you're kind of in a very, very good spot still. 3-3 is okay. But so they're looking at a good spot, but they also remember, hey, we just beat guys who had us at 5-1. So even a 3-3 split might not be the biggest deal here. That's an interesting prospect. I haven't seen that one actually. I've always seen rotate there be a sprint or rotate, like a crouch or sprint rotate instead of a vault rotate. So that's an interesting play. If anybody posts slips on that window, they should be able to see it. I think they should be able to see the corner.
I don't know. I don't think they would, because you got this whole thick wall to look through. I don't think they can. I don't know.
I think they can see the an angle. You have to go upside down, I think, because I've seen people shoot that angle. Because you should be able to see halfway into that rotate, anyways.
I mean, why would you get another one on top of white stairs? I didn't see.
Yeah, that one can get shot out. That's a common one, especially because nobody will walk up that without drawing half of the time.
Yeah. Okay, we got a solid attic hold, and we see.
Nobody's pushing. They're all over near armory and main door. Armory, main door, and bedroom balcony. Snipey trying to do the same thing that he did the first round.
Yeah, but he's not going to find near as much success, and he's going to rotate into the basement. He's going to get droned away. Yeah, they're not gonna find him. He's backed off just for...
Very interesting idea that to drop the way he did
no.
and not. Landis just jumps out and gets away with his life. He's at 1 HP, but he gets away with his life. That should not be happening. Wow. Clem's is at 90, just trying to find the Jaeger. It's just one shot from this F2. Yeah, that's all it's needed.
Ooh, he does
Oh.
see it. Yeah, that is the Twitch though. Yeah, Walsey playing this side of the bed.
Where's Snipey at this moment? He's coming for the flank on Clips.
Is he?
He's getting ready to, yeah, at least. What an interesting angle. Let's see what the... So everyone else is just posted up waiting while Boom is trying to get breached. Pineapple's in trophy or kind of right next to the main window, or the window there on top of the stairs. They're still in main lobby, and Clip's still just staring up at Seals, waiting for him to peek.
He's not gonna find Snipey, who's looking. Well, I guess maybe he does now.
Snipey just needs not to move here in a second. If he makes too much noise, he's gonna get taken out.
Oh well. There's the noise. Wait. Doesn't
Clem's
react.
did not notice. He did not know.
React. Snipey gonna rotate up the small tower though. He's gonna probably run out on Justifer though.
He has it prepped. He knows. He's ready for it. As soon
There
as
it goes.
Bomb located by
And
attacker.
no, Justifer!
The ARX is notorious to be able to just hit those shots quick. So that's a hard angle. Boom gonna be able to get the kill with the C4. Pineapple can kill Clips on a TK. It's 2-on-1. Seals has to clutch out. That's Frost. He's able to get one out sight, but the diffuser is in the other site.
Yeah, 15
So
seconds
Seals
left.
doesn't know where the last is.
Oh, they find that frost mat. I think he didn't quite see it unless it called.
That's audio.
Attackers
He
recover
now has
the
diffuser, so now he's gonna go rotate and play in the other site. Frost doesn't know this though. That's gonna be enough time for just for the diffuser off and come up and shoot. But he was able to clutch it out and be able to get the 0-4 split thus far. He barely got away with that on his life. I don't know why.
Defender mission successful.
I'm really surprised that that ARX wasn't up and shooting quick enough. Because that gun is a laser.
I'm just as curious as you. I wanted to go to the first person perspective on that one, but I fat fingered and pressed X on accident when it's supposed to be C. But you know, such is the life of the observer. So you miss sometimes. Can't get them all. Right. Basement and laundry. We got a Thorn.
Thorn's okay.
Thorn's okay?
Oh wait no.
Yeah,
That's not.
Thorn. BTK, we know.
I'm thinking about the scrims that I've been playing recently, which are for the next season.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as
Things
they can.
because it's allowed in Pro League, but not in this season. The season started later, so I think that was very accidental, very very unfortunate. Because Snipey has been there. Actually, I guess he's not even the top fragger this round.
Yeah,
Seals is their top frag, but that's still pretty big.
Yeah, they did
that's
just.
useful.
Yeah, they did
That's
say
a
in
talent
the.
player.
They meant to go Thunderbird, just like according to the chat. So, yeah, a little bit rough. That means their setup's gonna be a little slower. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a little bit more of a bare bones setup. But if they can hold it against soft noodles, they would be rather impressive. Don't have any mute jammers out. Just don't have any gadgets out yet, except for walls. Nothing.
All of the mute. Oh no, yeah, no. You're right.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
Only are finally being put down. They're running ADS and there's still one more ADS. Okay, all the ADSs are down now.
I mean, they got it in the nick of time, but I think if soft noodles were to scout this out, I think they probably could have done a successful rush. I don't know.
It would have been really hard. Clem's is going to be on top of the back stairs. He's gonna be. Swaz is taken out by Seals. Seals is he's holding it out for his team right now. Two on the back of the stairs, the attic stairs. Pineapple pushing down, getting taken out by Seals again. Walsey looking away at this last second. Seals getting a triple, getting a quad. but Klimp's finishing him off.
Attackers
It's a
have
1-on-2
located
as
a bomb.
Klimp also gets wallsy. He's now at 50 HP. Oh, he shoots Landis on a wall. He doesn't know. Doesn't do enough. One's in freezer and one's in sight.
They have, you know, Limps, you gotta go for that diffuser if you're gonna really win. But I guess you have a minute 40, so you can maybe take it slow and get the
Dash might be able to
frags.
get this kill off if he holds this angle tight enough.
Just having a standoff.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Don't move,
there's
Dash.
no chance for Klims. No way if he peeks that.
Don't make a noise. Attaboys. That's how you hold that. When it's a 1-on-2, you hold the same angle. That if he swings either one, the other person gets the refrag. Against the F2 as well, if Landis did not hit his shot, Klimt easily could have had that finished off Jaeger, because the rate of fire on that thing, and
Yeah.
just if you hit that flick, that thing is gonna melt the Jaeger quick.
But it all comes down to who gets the most damage in fastest, right?
So what do you think is gonna happen here in this meeting hall kitchen hold,
Okay.
where they've already won once? Do you think? Actually, they didn't play meeting hall last time. They played kitchen and dining, I think. So this time it's a little bit
No,
different.
they did meeting and meeting.
Was it meeting?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you're right, because they breached meeting wall. You're right. So they've already won it once. Do you think we're going to see an 0-6 split, or do you think we're going to see a repeat of a 5-1 split?
Okay. On a caster side of things, I would love to see a 5-1 comeback in overtime. I would love to see that. However, that said, it's incredibly rare when it happens. But hey, we might be feeling lucky today. I don't know.
10 seconds
I'm
remaining.
thinking we're going to see an 0-6 split, but then we're not going to see it end for a couple more rounds.
Interesting swap to the
Attackers
mute.
are moving out
There's
to locate
no.
a bomb and defuse it.
Yeah, they swapped to the mute seals. No longer the smoke, as well as dashes the castle this time around. I don't recall what he was last time on this site. Definitely was not castle.
I don't remember either, but I know Snipe You definitely was the warden last time, so I think they're definitely trying to prevent people from doing a Yeet rush or a glass take. They do have glimpse on Osa with smokes, so they might try to do an Osa smoke plant. She doesn't have diffuser, so I don't know, but it would be very interesting to see nonetheless.
Moving the shield.
Gotta reload.
I don't know what the significance of placing the shield there was.
As soon as they open that castle barricade, they now have a great angle to hold instead of having to like
Get it
contest
later.
it.
I see, yeah. Oh, they don't have a sledge though, so they're gonna have to blow it up. But wouldn't that destroy the shield?
Not if they do it right. Pineapple can get it if he hits it perfectly.
Well, Swaz taking some damage from the bandit here. Snipey just ready, holding it with his shield. Yeah, he's burning a lot of time. We're already at a minute and a half, and I haven't seen a single person get really any progress. So okay, never mind.
Just for dash and seals gonna pick up Swaz. The Clip's gonna pick up seals, so there goes the rain of seals.
Meanwhile, oh, they did. Blow up
Just for this nades. There's no more nades on the side of soft noodles, which is gonna be big. But it is 4-3. Snipey is not in the greatest of positions. He should.
Attackers have located a bomb.
I would have backed off by now, but he's in the semis. I'm not. So Boom going down with the plant already. So he did smoke it off. So that is interesting.
Attackers
Clip's
are
gonna get
activating
down.
bomb diffuser.
So it's technically only a 2-on-4. Now it's a 1-on-4 or a 1-on-3. My bad. And when it's injured, Snipey has the call and the ping on that. The last one, they know where he is, and they're able to get him without any real refrags. It is an 0-6 split. It is the match point
Diffuser disabled
for
by
Tempr
defenders.
here on map 2.
Defender mission
This could be the semis.
This could be the decider match, indeed. Like, Soft Noodles, you have to win the next 7 matches. to win it.
cannot.
The odds are not in your favor, but if you want to move,
they have to win the next 6 at least. Because they have to win.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
To win 6 to go to overtime, and then they have
And
to
then 2
win.
more. Yeah. So they have to win the next 8.
They have to win, yeah, either the next 8 or the next 6, and then 2, or the next 6 and then 2, or the next 6 lose 1 and then 2. Yeah, so they can only lose 1 after they win 6.
Crazy. All right, but they
Attackers
cannot
need to
lose a
locate and
single
defuse as
map
many
now.
bombs as they can.
Site of choice, kids and dorms. But I'm thinking the nerves on Soft Noodles right now are probably through the roof. I think if I were in their shoes, I'd be shaking right now, just because the adrenaline's already pumping. You know?
Yeah. So what's interesting is Clubhouse was Soft Noodles' pick, and Oregon it was Temper's pick. So this is Oregon's home field. I mean, this is
Temper's
home field.
Temper's turf.
So maybe that's why we saw the 5-1 split. It was because on map 1 was because they were more comfortable
5
with
seconds to
the
go.
site. They thought that they would win that, and they would be a little bit more comfortable if they lost this, because they're not holding this. They're not doing this pretty well or pretty effectively. Their tagging strats haven't been the greatest. Let's hope their tagging strats or the defending strats are better here for Soft Noodles.
We got a 2-2-1 split coming out for Tempr though. Glimpse downstairs. Thinking he was.
And Justifer.
And just
Interesting to have this smoke player off-site instead of the mute if you're gonna have SAS players. And if you just is he coming back to site at this point? You know, I've just been hunting and it's like, hey guys, I need to come back. Glimpse almost losing his life.
Who did he fight?
Jeez, I
Oh, he was
have
probably
no
front.
idea.
I'm thinking he was fighting front door, either through the office here in the doorway or something.
Yeah.
I don't see any bullet holes, so it must have been.
Only
through the
person
doors.
I can think of is Snipey is the only one who has bullets out of his gun right now. I mean, someone could have reloaded before I noticed. Landis gonna be able to take off Glimpse, so maybe it was Landis. I don't know.
Oh, Snipey with the
He
Pog
knows.
drone wanted to Justifer. He's playing a meeting. Yeah, Seals and Landis are absolutely gonna come after him now.
He's picking that hard right. I think the drone is still active. He's gonna push up with a shotgun and get a kill. Oh, he just gave himself away for the Maverick to know exactly where he is. And I think he can be seen on the drone. He's gonna drop
get
the
out?
hatch. I don't know if the Snipey is no longer on the drone, so I don't know if they just saw it drop. They might have had the audio cue of the drop, but hey, who knows? Oh, I think they do both looking at the basement right now.
Justifer.
Yeah, Landis is running at him. They know. They definitely know. Oh, he gets flashed out for sure. Oh, but he's gonna be able to back off and use that shotgun to his advantage.
Oh, Landis.
And finally, we're gonna bring it back to get the man advantage to 4-3.
Justifer
Seals
gonna
is
get
now
out.
chasing.
Seals putting some shots at him.
Seals
But
sees
just,
him go towards the main stairs, so hopefully he told his buddies no, he has no teammates over on that side to try to get the refrag.
yeah, Justifer gonna get out for free, and he gets a smoke.
Is he going back to the lot?
I think
he's
he tried
gonna
to
come up
put it.
main stairs. Yeah, he tried to go through the breach hole. He missed it though.
A bomb has been
And
located.
Seals came up onto the stairs. Oh man, Swaz is gonna end the reign of Seals again. As Seals puts it in sight. Dash gonna take a pineapple to make it a 2 even split as Dash is planting. I don't know if anyone knows that he's planting.
10 seconds.
They just heard him. They're gonna go for the defuse.
Defenders have eyes.
Swaz is gonna be able to get
Attackers need to protect.
Swaz and just for able to get kills. So now it's 6-1 split in favor of Tempr Esports.
But hey, they got one on the board.
Bomb diffuser
We got one on the board.
defenders.
These two teams, I don't know, man. They can only defend for some reason this far.
That seems to be the case. Yes. Wow.
I think Tempr is the only ones to win an attacker. They've only won one attacker round.
I don't know if that's really the spot you want to be if you're Tempr on this one. If you're just, Like, I mean, like, even though you're winning right now, your offense is not great. So, like, if you were to say go against Horizon next week and they absolutely decimate you on defense because your offense is not great, you can't just solely rely on your defense because it's not foolproof. No defense is.
Even if you win all
Attackers
6
need to locate
defenses,
and
if
defuse
the other team
bombs.
does the same, then you're gonna be beat out.
Banshee set.
Got the sight down. Okay, Clint's putting in some holes there in the freezer. It's a rather large freezer, by the way. Like, I don't even know. It's just a meat thing, sorry. But yeah, Swaz is setting up the pillbox hold. Clint's actually gonna put a hole here into the bunker. Okay, shield up. You gonna put a reinforcement on this wall at all? No, doesn't look like it.
ADS deployed.
One ADS, 2
5
ADS.
seconds left. before insertion.
Was putting up the meeting hatch.
Attackers
We
are
got
moving
the
out to
security
locate a bomb and
hatch. We
defuse
got
it.
the main door hatch. So
Attackers have dropped
vertical
the bomb
game
to
right
defuse it.
now is gonna need some work right now from Tempr to get through it. But they did a 5-man. Yeah, they did a 5-man spawn here in construction. Walsey gonna put some shots through the door. Lynch just inside. I'm wondering if he's just ready for a run-in.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
So they back off. Okay.
Interestingly enough, they're not pushing it. They do have almost all of them in small tower or big tower. So very interesting hold or the take thus far.
Snipey coming down.
Hey,
with the
he's
Elsa
gonna walk down. This shield. That's one of the crazy things about those shields. You can just walk down without any like any care in the world.
Yeah.
You can just post up and be like, all right,
Deploy the clear shield.
someone peek me, let's go. Especially with that gun, you can just start shooting, pop up, and still have the exact same recoil. You hit the guy right below on the Harry Potter.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Yeah, Pineapple. I think you're in a rough
ADS,
spot,
so he's
buddy.
pretty protected though. Is it ADS and what my disc? What that is? Yeah.
Yeah, one right there above him. But I think that would still
He's-
damage him.
The Remind disc would, but Swaz, oh, he's gonna go for the impact. He might be able to get the kill if he has Pineapple at the exact same time.
Yeah, they do.
Somehow he missed the
The impact.
shield.
But
The impact
They got
brought Snipey down to 1 HP. That's how Pineapple won that engagement. So that was very interesting. Swaz missed, but still was able to get the kill. Very interesting.
Halsey did not pick up the diffuser. We're at 1 minute 10 seconds right now. Nobody
Yeah,
taken out.
No big play.
And nobody's taken
Nothing
out
great
on the side of Soft Noodles. Okay, Seal's coming in with the drone. Gets shot immediately, and a smoke canister comes out with Glimpse.
Magnet ready.
Gets a little bit of damage on Seals. Some crossing shots. Seals getting ready. Okay, and gets crossed by Pineapple. Landis does drop. Tempr. Okay, not looking good for Tempr. Yeah.
Temper's just making
Attackers
desperation.
dropped the bomb diffuser.
Yeah, and that leaves Dash, and he goes right into the smoke, and a Soft Noodles flawless round to put another point on the board. As I said, though, you gotta do literally
6-2.
every round right now to win.
They have to do it perfect every round.
This
Which
is
we saw them pretty much go perfect on Clubhouse, so who knows? Maybe they'll be able to come out perfect here. But all it takes is one mix-up, one error that gives Tempr a win to win this series and send them to the finals.
I'm rooting for somebody. I don't know who yet. I'm so
Defenders,
confused.
protect your bombs from being
Like they've been
defused by
playing
attackers.
really close. I mean, aside from ignoring the round score right now, they're doing really close. I mean, if we look at the
Most
frags,
rounds, yeah.
and we're looking at
Most
the
rounds
frags, and it's like almost the same spread on both teams.
It's been
Almost.
pretty much the same, like 2-on-2 last 10 seconds type of gameplay. It's always come down to just who gets the last shot off.
Activating camera.
Bomb located by attackers. 10 seconds
Well,
to
we
insertion.
got one ADS. Do we get? Okay, we got two ADS in the kitchen.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay. I don't see this particular spot get pushed with utility very often, but I could be wrong.
If I see a shield there and I have like a gun safe or something, I will just mindlessly shoot it. So those ADSs will make it harder to deal with if need be. If I was soft noodle or Tempr here, you gotta drone those out. See that there's all this util facing towards you, and have someone do a quick drone kind of looking from small tower. See if that's a better move to come from small tower, because right now they have a great play. For soft noodles, they have basically everything facing this big tower, so you're gonna have to face all the util instead of just some.
Okay, that was up here in the attic. Boom. Boom's the only. Okay, Glimpse is up here. I thought Glimpse was downstairs.
Has been dropped.
Boom and Glimpse pulled up top. Boom got to run away. Glimpse still running away now. So it looks like all 5 are gonna be playing on site unless Glimpse makes a
They gave it up.
decision to go back. Glimpse is one of those weird players where you don't know what he's gonna do. He goes either up or then down and then back and then it comes around.
Oh, he
an
just
interesting
missed the
player.
head.
Well, he can't shoot through it.
Oh, I
That was
didn't. I didn't
terrible
quite see
decision.
the tint.
And then it was there was a poster shield, so that was a terrible idea. If you see the guy through the shield, probably not the best idea to just be staring at him without moving, because he's going to be able to pop up and one tap you, which pretty much is what happened. So now it's 5-on-4 in favor of Tempr. Make that a 2-on-5 as Steel's gonna get on a pineapple. All that's left is just for 30 health and Boom at 40 HP. And Snipey gets just for, so it's just Boom by himself with an MPX. And Steel goes for the plant. Dash is low, so that'd be it. He rushes the diffuser, gets the kill on the diffuser, starts for some reason,
By attackers.
and gets killed by Snipey.
That's gonna seal the deal right
That's the
there.
deal, yeah.
Seal.
That was their mistake. That was the mistake that they needed. That Tempr needed. And soft noodles taken out of the series, taken out of the tournament. They're going to be sent back in their bags after this long season that they've had. I would prefer to see them in the next season of the 6 feet under league. Next week we'll see the Tempr Esports versus Horizon Sunrise. So that's an interesting, great engagement. Let's see if we will have a interview from anyone.
I'll let you line that up. I get the replays all ready to go.
Sounds good. It was very, very good, very close first game, and then the second, and that second game was. It was close rounds, but not a close game, I would say.
But yeah, overall, Tempr is just absolutely ready to go with her defense. Solid holds. I think that's what really sealed in their games. I mean, they're getting back from a 5-1 deficit in map 1 on their offense, so that could use a little bit of work. Overall, not a problem. It does secure them the win.
So, Tempr wants us to pull their players. We'll allow it.
Yeah, I did that with them last week also.
So I'm gonna move Landis and Snipe.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Great games from you two and the rest of your team.
Thank you.
So the first map was Clubhouse, which was their pick. So from the start, they went 5-1 on their defense holds. What was your mental going into your defender rounds, starting at a 5-1 split on their map?
Well, I mean, our mentals were kind of chalked a bit, but we kept it going. Like, we weren't gonna lose that. Like, we have a ton of scrims where like maybe we're down like 5-1 or something, and then we just come back because that's how we do it at Tempr
Yeah.
Esports.
So you've had the practice, you've had the games, the mental experience to, even when you're down, still be able to be like, we got this. We can come back. You have the never say die mentality.
Yep.
That's awesome. Do you remember if there was any deciding moment in that match that you all started to get hyped or a certain play that someone made that you were just like, you knew that this was the momentum you needed?
Definitely when we tied it.
Oh yeah.
I think once we tie the game, it's just like we know that we're back in it, like officially. Like getting up to the point where we're like trying to tie it, it's like climbing a mountain and you're like struggling to get there. But once you actually make it, it's like a breath of fresh air, and you know you're there, and you just gotta close it out.
When it was, you were able to bring that back from 5-1 to be a 5-5, and then the 6-5, but then they were able to win your very last defense round to make it 6-6. And you guys were blessed enough to be the defense first. So was that just a big mental booster that you're like, hey, statistically wise, we're going to win this match because we have 2 defenses. Even if we lose our attack, we have 2 defenses under our belt.
So I could speak for us to say like we were definitely excited that we were back on defense, but we were struggling so much on those attacks where we would like get in an excellent position and then maybe like one guy dies out of place and we have to like readjust, and then we would end up losing. That probably happened like 3 or 4 times on our attacks. That's why we were
Definitely
like down like so much.
One of the times that I remember seeing, we talked about it for a little bit, me and Light here on the stream, was I think it was around 10 or something like that. No, around 5. I can't remember. Where you were attacking the basement and you had Sledge dropped a moto right when whoever had the, I think it was Sophia, I think.
That was the cab round, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where as soon as the sledge dropped, the cav got the sledge, and whoever had to fuse died, and so fuse had to drop, leaving nobody in kitchen. And so you had 2 people in there, and the cav was able to get the guy in moto and then just over to kitchen without any contesting. So like that off placement where someone would get shot, because if the original player didn't get shot, Fuse would have been up there and that play would have been fine with Cav running into kitchen, right?
I feel like
So
there's definitely like a slight miscommunication, and I think it was Seals there. Seals was like having an off game, but like he's a really good player, but like making the hero plays, we just can't do that. I think we have to communicate a little bit more on that.
See the sledge?
And yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he was the sledge.
Dropping motor, yeah.
And besides that, it was a almost perfect execute. I mean, we had 2 people in dirt. I don't know if that was like the best, decision. I feel like one more person up on hatch watching a flank, maybe from like chain door, would have been better. But besides that, we had the perfect execute besides, the hero play. But let's say he did go over there and Cav wasn't on the hatch like at that exact second, he would have killed their whole team. So it's like it's a 50-50 there.
Because they were all looking towards the planter, because they killed the planter at that like exact moment. He would have been able to get the refrag, and then the next planter could have dropped it, or
absolutely
have the planter going down. So like, that's just one of those crazy things with siege timing. It blows your mind. And the something that I wanted to talk about was every time you attacked a basement, the first round you kind of ignored the roam and you just went straight to kitchen and dirt and went from there. But then the Clemps on the upstairs with Vigil was able to deny that basically an entire round. And then every other time that you attacked basement, you went for full top floor clear. Something that I was wondering was why didn't you have someone just go post up on Logi hatch and someone on chain repel, because then from there you wouldn't have to spend time on the clear, and then would have had a 5-on-5 or a 5-4 if someone decided to peek chain or peek the hatch.
So I'm actually the one that called for like the full top down, because in my mind I was thinking All right, so before they've had like one guy consistently roaming and making those
Yeah.
impact holes, but we don't know exactly where he is. So for one of those rounds that they went huge, I think he was on Vigil. Seals opened the con wall and he got swung while he was
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
And
we
so-
were watching that. If he waited like 3 more seconds, Clemson was about to walk right into his ankle, like looking away from him.
Right. So the concept there was like, all right, they have Logi open, but we don't know where he is upstairs. So if we like focus all of our efforts on clearing him and getting that number, then we could also push down and clear the second floor because we already have that momentum. And I think that actually happened one round where we cleared Thunderbird and Bar. And at that point, we were just able, everybody was stuck in sight and I was able to fuse.
Yeah, remember that round? We were watching it, and then we just see someone shooting from kitchen into bar, and almost took Thunderbird out to 1 HP, and then Sledge was above and just finished her. She was. We went to her perspective, and she was scared. You could see on like the mouse movement, that person was freaking out, like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
So it was a great map to watch you come back and get a 8-6 or 8-7 split after 5-1.
Cutting it really close there in overtime, though. Like I gotta ask, like, what was the mentality when you guys lost that final round that pushed it into overtime?
Boy. It was, well, I mean, at that point, like I said, we had already climbed the mountain, you know, and taken that breath of fresh air. So our mental was back. Initially being down 5-1, we were already like, you know, we were kind of quiet, just like not very happy of the turnout initially. But after we brought it back, we were back in the game. So at that point, we understood that we had to take it overtime, and it was kind of frustrating because we did have like a really good setup to win it there. But I mean, we knew that we would end up with defense, and that our defenses were really strong.
It was definitely a very, very defender-sided map from the matchup. There was only 2 rounds that went to the side of attackers. You won once on attack and they won once on attack. So I found it very interesting that the defenders were just much superior each time coming into it. And then kind of the same thing going into map 2 with a 6-0 split. You starting defense and being able to just completely dominate every single defender round.
Yeah, well, on Oregon, I feel like I don't know, there was like no real structure. Well, there was structure, but like, I guess for the first round, for example, like, I have no idea what they were doing. They were like, they opened the main double door and pushed garage, but they were all like walking around with no real droning going in. I think they were just like more upset about the loss that they just took on, so they were kind of like just walking around.
Yeah. That I noticed with them was they did a lot of the same movement. Each time they didn't fluctuate on what they were doing, and like you guys were able to see that they were doing the same things over. So you're like, hey, we just got that pretty easily. We just sort of see. And right off the start on that map, I think it was you, Snipe, able to get 2 of them right off the bat in garage. You just shut down Clemps instantly, which is their consistent top record, and then followed up with a second and doing damage to the third, and then finishing the round, getting the final pick.
Yeah, that was definitely a good roam, and we were consistent with the roams as well. We definitely had really good roams throughout that Oregon game.
I don't think you ever had a roam where you had a roam or die. You always had a roam where your roam would get 1 or 2 picks, but then not overextend and just keep pushing it.
Right. In fact, I think the only time that we ever had a roam or die was when he had already rotated back to white, and then he just died like when he was on white. I don't count. We don't count that because he was already basically.
Yeah, are you talking about when he peaked trophy when it was a 1v4?
I think it was Landis. You were Jaeger, right? You were on white. I think Twitch killed you or something.
Oh, I'm thinking around where I think it was. I thought it was the Romai running back up main stairs. Oh wait, no, I'm not. I'm thinking of the wrong place. I'm thinking of when I think it was Maverick. No, not Maverick. Flores in Trophy, and he was last alive, and it was a 1v4, and you had one of you players near white, one in attic, one in top of main stairs, and then I believe where Mai came sprinting up from main and just ran into Trophy, which scared. He ended up dying, but it scared the friends enough and gave the rest of your team intel that there was instantly 3 different angles of tracers shooting him instantly.
Right. No, we definitely played our numbers advantage like really well. We usually had numbers in first picks. Like almost every round, I think we got like our entries doing really well.
Yeah. Great movement, great playing. Is there anything that you'd like to say or share or shout out from that?
Yeah, I mean, definitely go check out our website, tempresports.com. TEMPR esports.com. You can find all of our socials, and you can join our Discord server. We're looking for people to help run our Discord. We're doing giveaways here soon, and so if you want any giveaways, just join the Discord server and we'll get you entered when we do them, so within like the next week or 2. But
Fantastic. That sounds amazing. I do got one more question before we let you go. Next week, you guys versus Horizon Sunrise. You guys gonna win it?
for sure.
Oh yeah, jeez, that's the medal we need right there. So going into that match, what do you expect from Horizon?
I don't think we've watched them very much, have we?
Yeah, we haven't really studied them that much yet. I mean, we've been studying all of our competition, so you bet within the next hour or 2, I'll be watching those VODs and throughout the week. So I mean,
the first of bracket play, they beat Night Shift, then they beat Vapor, then they beat Noodles 2-0. I think they won every game that they played, or every matchup 2-0. The only one that I'm not sure about is Vapor. I'm going back in.
Yeah, Vapor was 1-2.
Okay.
Are they undefeated?
I think it was 1-2.
That's far. Because they're coming in from the winners bracket, so they're undefeated, and they've only lost 1 map against Vapor. They lost 1 map against Vapor.
Oh wow.
So
well, hopefully I could drop 20 kills again and just fight them.
There you go. Yeah, you dropped a lot of kills this time. It's great to see.
Yeah, very nicely done, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Right,
thanks,
guys.
Go ahead and drag Clemps in here.
They 2-0'd them.
They 2-0'd? Oh.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kidnap Clips, and then I'll double check my sources here. Let's see. Move to casting. Here we go. Clips, you've been kidnapped. Voted off the island.
I have been stolen here.
Well, what's going on in your head, man? Like you guys had a 5-1. Yeah, you guys had a 5-1 on map 1. Tempr came back, took it from you. Like tell me what's going on.
I mean, we pretty much had that one. It was pretty close. That first map, it was tough. I like going through, get that 5-1 lead, blow it, come back a little bit. But unfortunately, it just came down to not being able to open a wall in the last round, and that's why we lost that.
Okay. So Tempr being a really good team, I mean, formerly STK Academy, and beat the former STK team, which is since being renamed to Vapor. So you guys had a little bit of a tough competition going into it. That said, you guys were seed 1 all season, so I'm sure that stings a little. Could you maybe tell me how you would go forward in some other leagues?
I mean, we just kind of pug sacked this. I mean, it was just like a bunch of friends all all playing like College Siege, College 10 and stuff. We're like, you know
I
what?
see.
Why not? Let's go play in a league and have some fun and mess around. There's no entry fee, nothing to win, just some pride, fun to mess around. And that's why you saw a little bit of Cav and some stuff like that, just to keep the vibes up, have fun, mess around, and nothing too serious. But you know, we got some wins, we didn't, and kind of how it is.
Yeah, speaking of Cav, you know, map 1, you were playing the office upstairs, denying the kitchen take, and they never came up to really contest you on that at all. Like, did you kind of pick up on that? And is that why you played it so much?
Yeah, so the first round they completely ignored me, and that was kind of just like not the play there, because I just kept denying everything. I got 2 kills or something like that. They tried to get me in the end, but they just never ended up going to get me until like the last 40 seconds. That's just not enough time, especially losing bodies and stuff. I killed a lot of utility. The second round they ended up kind of clearing me a little faster. I still took a body though, so even then I still got a trade. I still got a frag, and it kind of was just in their head, so we ended up going back to basement like a 3rd time. And I was like, you know what, I was like, these guys ignored me upstairs, so they're gonna ignore me in another part of the map. So I went and sat and strip as Cav for 2 minutes and like 30 seconds or something like that. I kind of baited everyone else. I kind of just told them, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna bait you guys, like this is the freest round of our career. And that's kind of ended up how it ended up, because I ended up killing Diffuser right under the hatch, and easy enough there.
It was a very unfortunate siege timing on their side. Great siege timing for you, because the sledge, at one point they had 2 people. They had a person in the bathroom and a person in billiards, staring at strip door, and I thought they knew you were in there. They were just staring at it for seconds each, and I was, that's the end of fun, because it looked like they knew. And they ended up just walking away. And then another time, right when you came out, Ledge was looking that way, but then he decided to drop patch. As soon as he did, that's when you spawned, and you're able to get him. And if you didn't get him, because as soon as he dropped, one of your teammates killed the diffuser who dropped from kitchen hatch. He had an angle, the Sledge had an angle onto that refrag, which would have probably been the round, maybe, because then they would have had another chance to get that plant off. But because you were able to just deny the Sludge from getting that refrag, and then were able to just run over the kitchen to get fused, that was just the unfortunate siege timing for them and great siege timing for you to get that.
They probably knew I was there, but I just didn't move, because either they're forced to clear me or I'm gonna get a round-winning flank. Like, it's a situation where either they're gonna lose on time because they can't even get a push because they're still trying to find me in strip club, or they're you know, it kind of just depends. Like, I could be dancing on the poles for the entire round, and what are they gonna do? You know, they're gonna come get me. Okay, great. I'm gonna waste 2 minutes of your time. Or if they had droned it immediately or left presets or something like that, take care of me much sooner, that would have left them a better opportunity. But instead, I kind of just sat there and waited and listened to music. It was pretty good.
Yeah. What was your team's mental going into map 2, just losing at 8-7 after giving up that 5-1 split?
Oh, we were cool. We were just hanging out, having a good time, and you know, like I said, it's you know, it was just more out of pride. Like, we were just playing just to play, and we don't really care win lose. Just wanted to have fun, and that's kind of just how we took it. You know, nothing too serious. Mess around a little bit. The Thatcher being up on the board on Clubhouse just made it so easy. I mean, whenever a team leaves Thatcher up and then doesn't play it, it also makes it pretty easy. And so it should have been a map that we took away. Their takes with the Monty, they were doing a lot. That didn't really do much either. So it was odd, but
yeah, they were almost able to get one of their Monty plays to work. He overextended. He actually overextended pretty much every time he played Monty. But they actually got Diffuser down, and if they just had Monty just back up, that would have been an easy win for them. They had the Monty push up, and he got taken out with no refrag, and it was a big mistake on them. And then you're able to, Pineapple was able to win a 2v1 with 1 HP left on his life, and able to defuse the diffuser, which was
they had a lot of
wild play.
They had a lot of situations where they overextended. I mean, we did too. We overextended a good couple of times. I kind of IGL a little bit, so I tell them kind of what the plan is for the take and stuff like that. And so when I see some of these exposures, we try to go for a take, but sometimes it just kind of fell flat. And a lot of their takes fell flat. I mean, their main idea of the push just never went right, which is why you saw so many defensive wins.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think overall we only ever saw 3 attacker wins. One by Tempr on the first map, one by on the first map, and then one Tempr to win the game.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of attacker wins, and
There was 3.
it was
total
weirdly
out of all of
defender
it.
sided. It was weirdly defender sided for sure. But I think that just came with the more comfort of both teams. I think the attacking style of both teams was just kind of poor. Like it just
Yeah,
wasted
I think
so
it's-
much time, and so that was a big issue.
I think it's always easier to force a team to play into you as a defender than an attacker. I think that's why we saw the defender split, was because both teams, I think, were just so comfortable in their defending strats that they were able to.
Yeah, we also played
Yeah.
very basic and default maps that are typically defender sided. I feel like if we went somewhere maybe a little more attacker favored, I'm not sure what the map pool is here. I know Bank is up, so Bank could have been one that I think we would have probably taken pretty easily, just based off of the other team's attacks, based off of kind of how slow they were, and not diligent droning on big parts of the map. And Bank is a map where you have to full clear. So if we had maybe ran into something like that, gone Bank, I don't know if that got banned or not off the beginning, but
Yeah. One of the things that we saw on that last one, I think it was, you had 2 people near attic, you and I think it was Boom on
the Valkyrie.
And Valk backed off as soon as they got the wall open, and you started back off too. You went down to main lobby, but then you did a 180 and ran straight back up. And then you stared at I can't remember. I think it was like a Zofia or something.
There is an
Yeah, there's
Osa shield. I shot her in the face, and she kind of looked at me like I was stupid, and then shot me back. So I'm pretty sure I would have hit that if that was maybe on land. Like it's no excuse, but I'm pretty sure I shot her like way before she shot me, because I anticipated her to crouch up and shoot me, but I lost that fight, and that kind of ended up losing the round, like me dying there. So
I was confused because I saw you go back up, and you saw that it was an Osa shield, and you saw the person
yeah.
staring at you, and
I was well aware. I just thought I'd win that fight, and I really should have, but
Yeah, I guess that's a different confidence level between.
I probably
you.
just shot her in the shoulder or something. I'm not really
Yeah,
too sure.
From that angle, I would have not. I've been like, I'm not ever winning
Yeah,
this
I also
fight.
thought
don't know how
I
it's-
got by and was like in the corner of the wall, and since Alibi has like a red headgear, like their hat is red and the wall is brownish, maybe there's all the off chance the guy is colorblind or something, and you just get lucky. I don't know, but
Yeah. And then it was very interesting to see the Valk's last lap. It rushes the diffuser, goes the diffuser, but then starts diffusing instantly, even though there's 4 people around her. I found that very interesting to.
yeah, I
watch.
mean it was a 1v5, and I mean the fact that he even got a frag on the Maverick showed like pretty poor plant coverage, and I think that's something we could have exposed more had he maybe won that or something like that. But overall, it's not really a that winnable of a situation. Maybe he just lucks out that the entire team
was somewhere
crashes
looking
or,
over a different area.
you know, is so focused on other stuff that he just sticks to the fuse and wins it. Who knows? But
Yeah.
it was just a round that we all died on. I mean, we've played a lot of Oregon. I think we played against this team on Oregon like ages ago in this league at
Probably,
like the
maybe
very
in groups.
beginning. And I think we lost it like 7-5 or 8-7. It was a close match. So that's possible. Maybe they went back to something. I don't know. We defended pretty similar, pretty the same, just because it's we don't practice or anything. So
Gotcha. Well, like, do you have anything?
Going into their championship match next week against Horizon, what do you think they should do to combat them? Because they put Horizon put you guys here in the losers bracket also. So, like, any advice that you could give to Tempr?
yeah, Horizon's a solid team. They're just super aggressive and they'll walk into your angles. So, and the one thing about the team we played today, Tempr is their name, I think. they did not watch a lot of entries, and I think some of the players on our team were a little scared to walk in at times, like not having faith of like, oh, I can just walk in here. There was a lot of times where I was able to just walk in and get way farther than I should have ever been able to early in a round and had a lot of control. So if they allow that, and the other team's a very Horizon, I think, is a very ratty team, is a team that's able to take advantage of those situations, play a lot kind of similar to us, very aggressive. So that'll probably hinder them.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of times where we would be watching a big, oh, and glimpses are already pretty much inside or right next to it. You're able to just walk on through, find those gaps that nobody would ever be watching.
Yeah, it's just there's a lot of holes in a lot of teams in kind of lower tier leagues like this. And so when you find those holes, you can expose them. And not only is it like good for you to just go expose and shoot a bunch of people in the face, in the back, whatever, but it also helps them because then they realize, oh, we should probably watch that.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you'd love to add or share, any last comments or shout outs?
It was a fun season. Good game to the to Tempr and anyone else who played. I mean, off Noodles, that's a great organization. They've been helping us out all season. They haven't dropped the ball at all. They've been pretty solid, pretty hard, one could say. Thanks to everyone watching and supporting this stuff, to you guys for doing production. I know how that is. I've done broadcasting, casting, production, stuff like that. So I know how all that is. And to teammates, thanks for hanging out, guys. Boomstone, Pineapple, Just, Subs, Tanks, and Kami all did a really good job. Coaches, Nora, Kay, thanks again. All of them were awesome and hanging out. So it's been a fun season. We're excited for next week, and yeah,
it's been a pleasure to cast your games. Absolute blast of the games today. Like Funzone and I were just going, man, these guys are like so similarly paired when it comes down to skill. I mean, the frag distribution is about the same on both teams. Like I can't really find a true difference. It was a very entertaining set of games to watch.
Yeah, it was a fun time indeed. I mean, it definitely should have been a lot closer at Oregon. I think going down 6-0, that's going to put you in a situation where you literally can't make a mistake. And well, we're a team full of mistakes because we don't practice. So that's kind of what you're going to get on that end. So, mistakes here or not. If we had one club, I think, I don't know what the third map was. I think it was Villa or something like that. I think we would have probably won that out just because I think Villa better suits us. So.
Well, Clemps, thank you for joining us tonight. Wish you guys good luck in your next leagues, endeavors, or however you want to take that. But I really do wish you guys solid luck.
For sure. Thank you guys again.
Have a good one.
Needle down.
All right, Fun Zone, take it away. Make it fun.
Well, thank you all so much for watching this event. Tempr versus Soft Noodles, a great first map and also a great second map. Both kind of with their own different rights. We're gonna have great games next week. It's gonna be a best of 5, so we're gonna see 5 maps, potentially at least 3, because it's the most we've ever seen thus far. Has been 3 in the playoffs. So being able to see 5, if we have close games, it will be awesome to watch and see all the different skill levels that it will happen on each map. See which ones are defender side, attacker sided. If we'll see just complete defender domination again. It'll be very fun to watch. Make sure you don't miss it. We don't have a time yet set for it because we now have to have these two teams, Tempr and Horizon, duke it out in the chat of who or when they will play at what time, and then we will notify and keep this going, and we will have a great production next time.
With that said, we're gonna sign it off here. Fun Zone, thanks for being my co-caster tonight. My name is Lightbite. I was your caster and observer, and we're gonna sign it off. And we're looking forward to next week's game with Horizon Sunrise versus Soft. Or I almost said Soft Noodles. Wow, look at me. 10 seconds left to go, Light. All you have to do is just say it correctly. No, it is Horizon Sunrise versus Tempr Esports.
Awesome. It'll be a great game.
It'll be a great game. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.